trying to make a fight happen with him, but the fight didn't happen because of him. And I was ready. I was ready, willing, and able that this man get in the ring, speak his piece. It's not about disrespect. It's about another fighter wanting to challenge you, and you let him speak for peace. Whether you accept the fight or not, it's all about letting the guy speak his piece in front of everybody. Let everybody know.
Oh, listen, Taylor, man, I don't want to keep you much longer. I know that you're
security. I even heard some fellas what's going on.
Another day, another podcast, man. We're trying to either debunk or confirm whether or not you're going to be in the UK to call this fight on Sky Sports.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be there. You know, some situation come about. You know, when I got hired with Sky Sports, I told them that I would come and be a part of the party under one circumstances, and that was if Joshua wins, that I will get in the ring with him and look him in his eye face to face and tell him that I want to knock him out. You know, and they told me that that wouldn't be no problem. You got it, so I said, all right, I'll be there. And then, you know, a few days later, get a phone call with my manager telling me that I won't be able to do that. I won't be able to get in the ring no more. That Joshua and talked about he don't want me in the ring. He don't want me in the ring. Talking about having extra security. I even heard something about a restraining order or some shit like that. I don't know what that was about, but you know, saying that he didn't want to hype this fight for what, why, you know, don't want to drama. So, you know, my thing is, Eddie Hearn don't know what he's talking about. Me being the only one to raise my profile and having to hype this fight up. And my thing is, what's better way than hyping this fight up than doing it at the fight? You know, you got 70,000 people that's going to be there, and you got millions that's going to be watching. I mean, what better way than hype this fight, this ultimate unification bout with two of the best in the division, and that on that night, on that platform? It's free advertisement. You know, I didn't understand that. That was, I think that was kind of childish for me. You know, that was my whole reason to come over there. I wasn't planning on coming over there for no other reason, you know, until I got the phone call in. And unfortunately for that, after, you know, speaking to my team, we made a team decision not to come. We're gonna do our own thing.
Now, are you basing this decision because you feel that they're going to use Dillian White to kind of deflect the energy away from Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder and kind of put that on Dillian White versus Deontay Wilder?
No, not necessarily. The main thing was getting in the ring. That was the whole thing. You know, we want to fight. It's obvious that I want to fight way more than him. You know, it's obvious. You know, I don't have to be there for people to know that I want to fight. They don't have to see me do no more interviews. If I don't do no more interviews ever, people know that Deontay Wilder wanted this fight. It ain't no, I don't fear no man. No matter where I go, I don't fear no man. I don't have to worry about nobody. No matter where I go, you know, nowhere. You know, and it ain't about that. But we already know what Eddie Hearn was up to. You know, I mean, it's obvious to see what he wants. He wants Dillian White to fight him. That's his ultimate dream. That's the fight that he wants to happen, and that is the reason why he is so upset and crying like a baby. You know, when you get a spoiled brat like him that's been fed a silver spoon, always gotten what he wanted when he wanted it, and when he don't get what he wants no more, he turns into a crybaby. You see how red he got in the face, how upset he was, because basically his plans backfired on him. His whole reason of wanting to be there wasn't because of Joshua, but it was because of Dillian White, of course. Everybody knows that. I mean, it's obvious to see that. But what have Dillian White done? You know, what have Dillian White done to fight me? Why, you know, why do I have to go through so many different things? Why do I have to jump so many different hurdles just to get this fight, just to get a title fight? What have anybody else done? You know, what have anybody else done that deserves to get a fight? But when it comes to me, the baddest man on the planet, I can't get a fight. But, you know, I'm the least one with the least skills, right? I'm the one they say that knocked me out, right? You know, I don't understand it. And, you know, it just comes to the point of time now, comes to the point where, you know, we just gonna sit back. We're gonna chill, we're gonna do our thing and shit. I guess I'll get on this journey of beating the record of being 50-0 with 49 KOs. That's right, you know, if I have to. You know, this dude talking about wanting to come to America and fight somebody by the name of Joe Miller that ain't done nothing. What have he done to get a fight? You know what? If they want to play these stalling tactics, if they want to do all that, then let them. You know, the British people, sooner or later, they're going to they're going to get on board with this and really figure out and see what is going on with Eddie Hearn. You know, but just like one of the British friends, he contacted, he told me that they know what's going on. Like, it's a lot of British friends that understand what's going on, but it's some that also the ones that support this, they also know what's going on as well too. They're not dumb. They know what's going on, but like he told me, like a British guy told me, he said, the only thing is, we know what's going on, but he admitted, he just said, I'm just going to be straight honest. He said, we're on our high horse right now. He talked about, you know, we being down for they were down for 10 years and some other stuff he was talking about. And talking about how they on their high horse right now. They enjoying it. You know, America always has been on top. America always has done this and done that. And now the roles have changed, have reversed. They get their opportunity to have they shine, and they enjoying it right now. They don't want to get off the high horse. They don't want to lose the momentum. You know, and it's sad though. But I think people's gonna smoke them out of there eventually, slowly but surely. You know, they'll smoke them out. You know, over here in America, we want to fight, man. We ain't worried about no money and all that. When it comes to me, the fame is a part of it. The money is a part of it. We're both gonna make the biggest purse of our lives, period. So let's not talk about no money. Let's make this fight happen. I'm about legacy. You know, when it's all said and done, when you die, you can't take no money with you. But what you can leave behind is a legacy, something that people remember you by. At the end of the day, if this fight never happens, I can live with myself and I can say that I tried everything I could do to make this fight happen. He didn't want to fight. And that's just plain and simple. He didn't want to fight, they're afraid. Joshua is afraid to lose. We've seen that many a times throughout his interviews. We've stated it many a times. You know, he don't want to lose, and I'm the most dangerous guy that he can face. And with that being said, me being the most dangerous guy that he can face it's like it pushes me back. It's almost like a curse for me, because it pushes me back. Now, if I didn't have power, then these guys probably would fight me and different things. But you know, we ain't sweating it. I'm not upset at nobody. I'm not mad at nobody. You know, he's been doing his thing in this country, and you know, they want to continue to lie to the fans over there, manipulate them. Because we see it clear in this day with Eddie Hearn as well too. I mean, when you get a guy like him, a Caucasian guy, well groomed with a nice smile, blue eyes, you got trouble. I love to speak to his wife and talk all of ask her some questions about him. And Hearn is like a car salesman. He'll sell you a used car, take the mileage back and say that bitch run brand new. That's what type of person he slick with the mouth to manipulate the people, and the people understand it, but you know, they enjoying the most right now. We're gonna let them ride their way. We ain't questioning them. We ain't chasing no one, man. I ain't chasing no one. I'm a grown ass man, bro.
Deon.
I'm not sweating money. You know what I mean? We got that as well too. I'm living good. You know, we ain't playing. We just gonna do what we do.
Deontay, you're breaking up a little bit, just by the way, so if you can maybe get in your window or something. Also, I just want to ask, you said that you wanted to go to Joshua Parker, and you even stipulated in the deal that you wanted to get in the ring. You wanted to create that moment for your fight with Joshua. If they're not letting you in that ring, could you not have done that outside the ring? Could you not have
Club Lane style?
You know, make the scene, make the moment of instead of Joshua. Could you still have done that outside the ring?
It's nothing like getting in that ring, man. I don't care what nobody says. It's nothing like getting in that ring, getting to him face to face, putting him on the spot in front of everybody. You know, face eye to eye. You got the promoter to talk for you. It's all you. What you gonna do when you got a man like me looking in your eyes, telling you I want to fight, and they know I'm a real one. I'm one of the realest. My presence speaks for itself, and look you in the eye and say, I want to fight. Now he's on the spot in front of everybody. What you gonna do? It's nothing like that. I mean, I can stand on the outside, hoop and holler and look like a fool even more. You know, they want me part of this circus, and I'm not a clown, man. I'm not gonna be sitting there chasing nobody. I'm not gonna do all that. You talking about this being an event where hell of a media be there, and I can get the attention from that and stuff like that. But the thing about it, when I came to the Klitschko fight is supposed to be the biggest fight that they did, right? So they didn't even want to mention me in the building, you know. So you talking about media and stuff. What was the situation then? They didn't even want to say I was there. They weren't doing it. So all of a sudden, magically, it's supposed to, media's gonna be this and media's gonna be it. I understand that when you had to fight with Klitschko, I had to fight with Luis Ortiz and the buzz is out, but it's still it's nothing amounts to a man stepping into another man's face, looking him in the eyes and challenging him that way. It's nothing like it. As a fighter, you want to respect him and step in his face, look him in his eyes, and do it. Not far apart, not far away. That don't mean nothing to me.
But Deontay, I don't know if you heard his response, but do you understand him when he says, Deontay getting in the ring or saying that he wants to get in the ring is him trying to dictate, and he can't dictate my show. This is my show, and he takes it as a form of disrespect if you bogart his ring.
Just say, you know, with me, you know, they was talking about, I ain't gonna say too many names, you know what I mean? I'm just saying they was talking about doing certain things that the weigh-in and all that shit. You got opportunities to do stuff at the weigh-in. You got opportunities throughout to do, but that's just not me. When I come to a person's fight, I'm not going to be in no press conference. I'm not going to be in your weigh-in. I'm not going to be doing that hooping and hollering. You know, that's just not my character. I respect the fighter or fighters that's finna fight. I'm a fighter myself, so I know how it is. I don't want to come and be the one that disturbs the next fighter from not focusing on what he got to do. This is one of the biggest fights that he got to face. You know, he finished defend this title. So I'm not the one that come in press conferences and doing all the hooping and hollering. Then I'll be disrespecting Joseph Parker for that. But after the fight, once everything opened, I feel once Joshua, if he wins, you know, if he would have won, it's, you know, the party's over. Everybody's going home. The show is over. Throughout tradition of boxing, you've seen these methods of fighters getting in the ring. Shit, look what I did. I allowed Tyson Fury to get in the ring, coming all the way over from England, getting in the ring, trying to make a fight happen with him. But the fight didn't happen because of him. And I was ready. I was ready, willing, and able that this man get in the ring, speak his piece. It's not about disrespect. It's about another fighter wanting to challenge you, and you let him speak for peace. Whether you accept the fight or not, it's all about letting the guy speak his piece in front of everybody. But everybody know I was born it. You know, I don't have to be that. I don't have to be that to make this fight. They know what they got to do. If they want this fight, he can make it happen. If they want this fight, he can make it happen. Hey, I'm my own boss. I pick who I want to fight. I make decisions. Joshua should do the same thing. If he really want to fight me, he would make the decision. It ain't about, oh, I'm going to do what's best for my career. Of course I'm not best for your career. I'm the most dangerous man in there, you know? If it's that, you know, I'm a type of man, I'm a man. I can accept anything that another man presents to me. And if you're scared and you don't want to take this fight, or if you're not even scared, if you don't want to take this fight, but I think he's scared. I think he's scared. He should take that Buck Spear logo off his shorts because that don't apply to him. Not no more. But I can, you know, if you don't want this fight, just say it. Just tell the people, look, when just like Keith Thurman said, I don't want to fight right now. I mean, it probably took a lot of guts for him to say that, but he came out with it and said it, and you can respect him more. I can respect a fighter and say, look, I'm just not ready. That's it. That's all they got to say. And, you know, we move on. Everybody moves on. The fans, everybody that's involved with the fight, as well as the fighter. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's make it happen. You know, everybody moves on from this situation. But if you keep on, hold on, guys.
Well, Deontay, put us on.
Keep on. If you keep, I'm back. If you keep on saying, oh, it's Wilder, we want to fight immediately, it's him, this and that. Now you're confusing people. Because you can't say it's me when I want to fight. I have made so many. You know, Josh would say that December, we've been talking to us since December, right? But Eddie Hearn just met my people in November, and we already know what that's situation because Shelly already revealed that we didn't even get a response back when we sent it. They ain't been trying to do nothing on their behalf. They ain't been trying to send no officer. They ain't even been trying to do nothing. They came down here to talk about Dillian fight and how Ortiz was a dangerous fight for me. You know, Eddie Hearn is talking about Joshua knocking me out in 3. Joshua said, I'm not ready. I'm not going to be rushed in my career. It might 19 or 20 to our fight. You know, he's talking about hyping the fight, making it business, but this is the platform to do it right here, right now. If you know, I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem going to Carter. I was actually looking forward to going to Carter because I got a lot of fans in the UK. They was ready for me to come. You know, I had people go and say, you know, their heart was broken because they come. And you know, it ain't. You know, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to just be there. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to do what I got to do, man. And if it ain't business, like if it ain't doing it, then I don't need to be there, man. I wish everybody safe travels and I wish the fighters come to fight, but I'm on a mission myself.
Deontay, it's Rob from the UK. You said about moving on and things like that. Where does Deontay Wilder move on to now then? If you feel you're not going to get the Joshua fight, allegedly there's been an improved offer for the Dillian White fight. Are you not interested in Dillian White, or where do we go from here?
The thing about Dillian White, I don't have no problem with Dillian White. You know what I mean? I don't have no problem with nobody. I'm a fighter. I love to do this. This is when I say I love it, I love this. I love being on the light. I love being under the cameras. I love being able to express myself in the ring. The bronze bomber, he expresses himself in the ring. What the people call it, wild or whatever they want to call it, I express myself. It's a fight. The thing about it, I don't have no problem with Dillian White, but the thing is, I want Joshua, but I will fight White. If they put Joshua on that contract, I have no problem fighting White. Better yet, I'm going to make them another deal. If Dillian White will fight Luis Ortiz and beat him, I will fight Dillian White. That's another one for them. They can take it or leave. The only way they're going to get me with Dillian White is fight Luis Ortiz and beat him, I'll fight you. Or you put Joshua on that contract, I will fight you. Easy. That's easy. You know, Hearns want to dictate. He's so used to getting everything. He want to dictate everything, but it don't work on this side of the fun. You can't dictate and manage everything. It ain't gonna work like that. Even if Dillian White become mandatory, I still got another mandatory. And when you become mandatory, I don't have a fight on mandatory until a year, so you'll still be waiting. If they want to play the waiting game and use that as a tactic, so shall we. So let the games begin. Dillian White is an easy fight for me. I love to fight Dillian White. I love to share a ring with him. So there ain't nothing against him. It's just the tactics of what his promoter is going, man. Boxing has came too far. We was in a dark place in the heavyweight division. We was in a dark place. Now it got so exciting, man. And now they're killing it. They're killing it because they do not want to fight the best. I fought with the best. I got a high risk with low rewards just to prove to the world that I am the best. Just to give to the fans another one for the heavyweight division. When that fight was over, I was like DJ Khaled and another one. DJ Khaled and another one. You know, for the heavyweight division, to prove to people, you know, I needed that. I needed that. Because so many people failed, but I still came along. And by him getting these easy oppositions, you know, it's only going to carry out for so long. The UK people are going to get tired of it. I know they're going to get tired of it. They're going to get tired of spending their money on them fights. The hype, they don't be up so much. They already changed. I got friends all over, especially there. I know a lot they're going to get tired of it. And when they do, I'll be waiting. For the meantime, I'll fight the rest of them that's lined up. Shit. I'll beat that record. I'll beat that 40-0 record. Shit, I'll go 51-0 with 50 KOs. Shit. It don't matter. I got a lot of things to do. I don't want people to think that it ain't nothing for me to do. In America, of course, it's a lot of fighters. There's a lot of fighters that ain't even been brought up yet. So it ain't just me and Joshua in this heavyweight division. It ain't just the Dillian Whites or the Millers or the Brazils or any other guys. You know, it's more than that in this division. And I'll just take the rest. I'll clean the rest of them out until this time. Until there's ain't nobody left but me and him. I'm not going nowhere no time soon. I just beat the most craftiest, the most skillful guy in the heavyweight division. Plus, he was southpaw. Luis Ortiz will still beat anybody in the top right now. Anybody, so we just sit out. We just sit and wait, man. I'm in great spirit. I ain't worried about that, man. And when you have a guy that's in great spirit, that ain't worried about that, man, it's gonna be hard to break his will, man. It's gonna be hard to break his pride. I just wish the best for everybody. I hope the heavyweight division continues to rise and not go back down. You know, we done worked too hard for it to get to where it is now. To let all these fans down. To not give the fans the best fight of their lives. To not give the fans what they deserve. They deserve this, man. The fans pay their money each and every time to see the best fight the best. And when it's an opportunity for the best to fight the best, the fighters should give the fans what they deserve. Every night, it should be a fan appreciation. And this fight right here, it would be a fan appreciation fight for the world to remember and tell it, and even tell their kids, tell their kids from years on, about this fight. This fight can bring so much memories back in the old days, like Ali and shit like that. You know what I mean? I want to make it legendary, and me and him can do it. But I can't punch myself in the face. You know what I mean? I can't go in that ring by myself and unify it. I can't do that. They talk about they always talking about money and stuff like that. They always talk about, this is talking about unification. True enough, this is not his second unification bout. This is his first true unification bout. The other belts was given. Klitschko wasn't no champion. He was beaten. They added them belts in there. Joseph Parker, the champion, he just defended his title. Now he's going to fight for it. This is the first true unification bout. This is the first unification bout, and not the second. I can make him my second. He can make the second one with me. But it is what it is. We're not sweating nothing. Like I said, I'm in great spirit, and I'm looking forward to the future.
Deontay, I hate to be that guy that sounds like he's trying to sell you Dillian White, but can you tell your fans another fight that isn't Anthony Joshua? Because obviously, if Joshua wins Saturday, do you really expect him to fight you immediately after? He's had 2 unifications in less than 21 bouts. He does probably deserve maybe a tune-up, a vacation, a tune-up, then maybe.
What two unification are you referring to?
Well,
I only seen one unification.
Technically speaking,
this is the truth. This is the first unification. Not nobody added belts on to that, man. Come on.
Yeah,
that's what I add on.
Correct, but do you see a bigger fight than Dillian White out there? Because honestly speaking, I mean, I consider myself your friend. I think Dillian White is a bigger fight than Dominic Brazil. Maybe Povetkin is bigger than Dillian White, right? Povetkin has more credibility in the division, but is there another name that is going to be bigger than Dillian White in terms of popularity and especially in terms of building this fight? Because he's already a pretty popular UK fighter, someone that's already fought Anthony Joshua, that would just tell the world like, oh my God, look what he did to the guy that Joshua beat, you know?
So, I haven't seen, I haven't seen the list, the top 15 or whatever. Who's number 3?
I know.
We got, I don't know what Ortiz to move down to. I don't know what he was. It's a lot of guys to fight. Dillian White is just not the only one. If that's the case, once I beat Dillian White, then what's next? If me and Joshua fight, yeah, people, you guys are acting like once me and Joshua fight, that's the end of the heavyweight division. What's next after that? When me and Joshua fight, what's next after that?
A rematch.
That's what's gonna be the fight.
All right.
We just can't label these two guys because
let me read them. Let me read them out for you. Let me read the top 15 for you. You got Bermain Stavern at the very bottom, Derek Chisora at 14, Lucas Brown 13, Carlos Takam 12, Oscar Rivas 11, Agit Kabelia at 10, Adam Wanaki at 9, Charles Martin at 8, Johan Duapai 7, Tony Bellew 6, Pulev at 5, Alexander Povetkin at 4, Ortiz at 3, Brazil number 2, Dillian White number 1, the silver champion.
There you go. You got the names. I got a lot of names to choose from. It could be Adam Wanaki. That was the fight that we was going to do. Anyway.
But are you going to get
He was up on the table. He was up on the table at one point in time anyway. So.
But are you going to get that $4 million for Adam? Are you going to get the $4 million? Is it going to be 70,000 people in an arena cheering your name?
That's the thing about it, man. Nesta, y'all worrying about money too much. Why is y'all worried about what's in my pocket? Or what's in his pocket?
Because we want you to be rich and famous.
Money too much. It's the pride. Don't worry. Y'all pay my bills. Y'all don't take care of my family, man. Nobody do that but me, myself, and I. Nobody does that. Nobody don't give a shit about me if I lose my money. Nobody would care.
Deontay.
Nobody would care. So I mean, we gotta keep it real with that. Money is something that comes and goes, man. Money is not something that my life is, surround my life around. Money can only do so much. Money can only buy so much. And if you put your money in the right place and shit, you can make money. I got a lot of property and shit. You know what I'm saying? I invest my money. I'm not no dumb fighter. I got a lot of shit going on. I'm not no dumb fighter.
Deontay.
So that's just be the. Go ahead, brother.
Prize fight is about fighting the biggest fight for the biggest prize, right? That's the nature of prize fighting. If AJ does not want to fight you, and that is obviously the biggest fight in the heavyweight division for you with the biggest prize, the next fight down the list, is it not Dillian White for the biggest fight for the biggest prize?
Dillian White could be the biggest fight. But about it is we ain't running behind Eddie. Eddie ain't running nothing over here. He don't dictate who we gonna fight.
Yep.
Just because he put the name out there and he wanna advertise this, he wanna use certain tactics, that don't necessarily mean I have to fight. You know what I'm saying? Just because he says it don't work like that. Not for me. Because like I said, we got a lot of shit coming on. The fight will happen. It'll have all of them. I'm gonna clean out the heavyweight division, period. So ain't nobody got to worry about fighting me. Trust me, I'm the one. I bless people. I bless them. You know, I love a challenge. I love fighting the best, and I love a challenge. You know, so once I unify the whole division, they all can line up because I'm coming. I'm gonna clean out the whole division, then that's when I retire.
So do you have
we ain't falling behind what Hearn want us to do, man. We ain't doing that, man. We're champion too. We gonna do what we gotta do here in America, build it up in America, you know, and do our thing over here. And that's what we're gonna do.
So it definitely sounds like a you know, principle thing. I think me and my co-host spoke about that. It's more a principle than anything for you, is it not?
You can say a little bit of that, you know what I mean? It could be, it's just you can say it's the principle of it, you know? It ain't, like I said, I don't have any kids dealing with it. You know what I mean? No. I celebrate with him, but it ain't just gonna be one way. It ain't just gonna be Eddie's way. He don't dictate nothing over here, like I said. He don't run nothing over here. He don't run my career, nothing. We fight who we want to fight. And if you want us to fight him, I have no problems. I have no problems fighting Dillian Whyte at all, brother. No problem. But we gotta meet in the middle. You can't have your cake and eat ice cream too. Just because you trying to become this famous promoter and stuff, that ain't gonna happen, brother. That's not gonna happen, man. It's just not. And I'm saying, you know, it's sad for Dillian Whyte because Dillian Whyte won another title shot. He felt by beating Lucas Brown, that this would get him to where he needed to be. But it's unfortunate for him that this situation is coming about, you know. If Eddie would beat it in the middle, my people ain't got no problem. Like I said, I dictate who won't fight. All it is one phone, Al. Let's do this. Al down with anything, baby. He's a smart man. Can't mess with a man that you can't mess with a man that have made one of the biggest fights in the world history of boxing, bro. Our people know what they're doing. I got a man, forget what he just got one guy. I got my man that made 4 of the biggest purchases in boxing. So a smart team, you know, we ain't worried about nothing. Like I said, it's unfortunate for Dillian, and I hated that it's like that. I hated that it's like that for him because I would love to share the ring with him. But we ain't gonna just do it on the Eddie terms, bro. We ain't gonna do that. We can't do that. We're a champion.
So what are your terms?
No contender.
What is it that Deontay Wilder wants in order to face Dillian Whyte? Is it just having Anthony Joshua's name on a contract, or is it, you know, some hometown advantage?
In order for Dillian Whyte to face me, because he want to fight me, I want Joshua. I don't have a problem fighting him. He wants. In order for Dillian Whyte to fight me, I already told you his turn. 1, fight, lose, or tease and beat him. You got me. Easy. Automatic. Promise. And everybody know when I say things, you know, I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. Or 2, we already know what it is. I'll fight you, put Josh on the end of their contract. Get it with Eddie Hearn, get it with your people and tell them, you know what the situation is, you know what the circumstances are. Like, it's easy. Get with your promoter. Since he's supposed to make things happen, make this one happen. I love to. Easy. That's it. And y'all will have you a Deontay Wilder versus Dillian Whyte.
Deontay, before you go, because we don't want to keep you much longer, I know you've been traveling and you had plenty of media obligations. We did have Team Joseph Parker on the line. We had Taylor Barry, the son of Kevin Barry, the co-trainer, the one that handles all the sparring. He actually got Malik Scott in there as well, and a couple others. But he did give his version of the reasons that Joseph Parker was in Alabama, and his version as to why you didn't get an opportunity to fight Joseph Parker. And he does say that without giving numbers, he does say it was monetary, that the offer obviously was more lucrative with Anthony Joshua. Any truth to that?
You know, I have no idea. My thing is I don't even know when they went and discussed anything. You know what I mean? I know they was talking to Jay and stuff like that. I don't, you know, when they came down, they was just around the hotel and everything. He ain't, only my coach was there. They ain't talk to Shelly. They ain't talk to Al. And then like that, they would have told me, you know. But I understand that, you know, everybody don't want to fight Joshua because of the money. Everybody looking at the money, and I understand that. Go get your money. I ain't mad at that. Go get your money when you can. Go support your family. But I do it for another reason, because I know the money is gonna be there. It's gonna shit. We fight. That'll be his biggest first down line. You know what I mean? It's a two-way street on it. No matter what people can say, it's the same way on the other side. You know what I mean? So, of course, they will go to him before me. A lot of people will. You know, but like I said again, I'm not mad at that. You know, go do your thing. Go get your money. It's gonna take a real man to come here and face me. You know, for the high risk of war. People have to fight me for the honor of it, for the pride of being, you know, because everybody want to go over there and get the money. And go get your money. Go get your money. Deontay Wilder will be around for a very long time. I ain't getting old, no, I'm stupid. I started late. I started boxing at 21. I turned pro at the end of 2008. I'm still young. Haven't took too much punishment. Be well. Walk with them. Very smart, intelligent guy. So I'm not going nowhere, baby. The fight will happen. All fights will happen. It's just going to be patient. It's going to be a little bit more patient in time. It's going to happen. Because the people's going to smoke them out of there. They're going to get tired. Once people get tired of that, spending their money, they're going to come aboard. And it's going to be real soon, too. So we just sit back and wait, but no matter what people say, you know, I can't worry about what people think or how they want to run my career. This is me. If anybody got suggestions or problems the way I'm running my career, why don't they fight? Why don't they start their own career and get into this sport and have a run at it? But with my career, I run it how I want to run it, not what people think I should do. And that's just how it is. In that case, y'all know what I want. It ain't me. You know, I'm on board. I'm on board for anybody, but like I said, it's a two-way street for everything. It just can't be one way because a man feel like he got something that he got something going, and he feel like he's bigger than every promoter out here. So that's why everybody's teaming up. Man, there's so much shit going on. There's so much I can tell, but I keep shit to myself because it ain't my business. I don't care about this talk. I don't care about what's going on because a lot of people don't like it, even over in the UK. Again, I got a lot of sisters and family over there, you know, but they always happy for AJ. They all support AJ. They happy for AJ. And that's why you see all the boos for Eddie and the cheers for AJ. They happy for him. And he should be happy for him. Like the dude said, 10 years. It don't make a Ricky Hatton no more. They don't make a Lennox Lewis no more there. You know what I'm saying? They don't make the guys that didn't give a fuck. They want to fight. Shit, Ricky Hatton a fight and go have a beer at the end of the night with people and joke around and stuff. Lennox Lewis, if you ever talk about fighting him or challenge him or talk about stepping in his face, he gonna deal with you. That was Lennox. He wasn't shying away from nobody talking. He wasn't behind no money and all that and stuff like that. And I just want to feel a glimpse of the back in the old days. I want to feel it because I fight for the pride and the glove. Again, like I said, the money come along with it, the fame come along with it. So that's part of it. That's automatic. And if you know how to manage your money well and stuff, you don't need a lot of money to do that. Because more money creates problems anyway. You can make $100 million and still be broke. You can make $500 million and still be broke. So, you know, I'm doing it for the pride. I'm doing it for my legacy. I want to unify this division. I want to say and tell my children when they look me now, say, Daddy was the undisputed heavyweight champion, undisputed, unified heavyweight champion of the world, the baddest man on the planet. And that's something that I can die with, and something they can put on my tombstone when I die. Not how much money I made in my career. Because at the end of the day, nobody really cares about that, man. If anything, somebody will get jealous of you. The more money you make, the more jealousy come about. The more people don't like you, and it's sad. And you starting to buy people shit and buy friends and stuff like that because they're not happy for you. They with you, but they're not happy for you. And Joshua already knows how England is. They support their people. They hype them up until they lose. And when they lose, people go their way. That's fact.
Hey, Deontay,
Not all of them don't go.
So obviously I want to get me a brand new studio. They're giving 16-1 on Joseph Parker to make it to the 12th round. Is Joshua gonna knock him out, or does Parker have the talent? Now, keep in mind, both men have slimmed down for this fight. They're both in the best shape. While Joseph's supposed to be lighter, 30 pounds. We had him on the show. He's supposed to be 30 pounds lighter. And while Anthony Joshua hasn't said how much lighter, he visibly looked lighter today and leaner in the media workout. How do you see that fight playing out Saturday? Because obviously, you know, whatever happens is important.
Yeah, I feel whatever's going to happen, who's going to win, because I have faith in both of them. You know what I mean? I have faith in both to do what they got to do in the ring. You know, I've seen Joshua have confidence in himself and with his people in his country. I mean, he got the advantage of being in his country and stuff, although he has so much pressure up on him. But I don't have no doubt that he would show up and do what he got to do. The same thing with Joseph Parker. I see so much confidence in him. You know, I look at, some people look at press conferences and the weigh-ins and the stare downs. They look at it just what it is. But as a fighter, you look at it differently. Looking for other things than what the normal person is looking for. I look for different signs, different mannerism of them. You know, and with Joseph Parker, he's focused. He's focused now. He carries this mentality of being focused and confident inside the ring, and you're going to see a hell of a fight. And for me, I think whatever's going to happen is going to happen in the later rounds. For me, that's just my opinion. I feel it's going to be the later round. So, that's why, Saturday, we can't wait to see what's going to happen. May the best man win at the end of the day. I can't say who's going to win, and I don't think I ever predict a person winning no more because I really got crushed from a fighter that I had. I was bragging about I was putting him out there, and I'm talking about the Limatico and the Rigadao fight. I used to go to the Rigadao gym and see him, and he was hungry. He wanted it, but when he got in the ring, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what happened, and that kind of it kind of made me feel bad. It's like I was a part of his team, and like, damn, he lost. I felt like let down a little bit, because we know he's an excellent fighter all the way around. But that's the thing about boxing, brother. Boxing is a monster. It's a monster. We can look good training and stuff until it's time to get in that ring. And when you get in that ring, it's a whole different scene. It's a whole different category. It's a whole different light up in there. It's different than what people see on the outside, man. Never know what person's going to bring out on that night of that fight until it's over with. Some guys crumble up. Some guys get stupid nervous, but they can't get to perform. Some guys be able to rise to the occasion and be able to do what they got to do. So we'll see on that night. That's why it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see these guys get in there and fight. And put their belt and their life on the line for other satisfaction. So I'll be praying for. I'll definitely be listening and tuning into the fight. And soon you will hear what we got going on, and we'll go from there, baby. The show don't stop. I want people to still be excited about the heavyweight division, still support it, still talk about it as they've been doing. It's crazy around here now. Especially my wave. My wave has definitely dramatically changed. It's been crazy. But we ain't going nowhere. I will be unified undisputed heavyweight champion world, whether it's fighting Anthony Joshua or fighting somebody else.
Well, Deontay, I want to thank you as always for your time. You know that we.
Yo, man. Yo. So I got some people jumping in. So that was the Bonds brother. Deontay Wilder explaining himself about why he ain't coming to Cardiff and Wales. Add the guys in. If you guys in the chat want to jump in, first time only, I'm inviting you guys in. You guys are welcome in the chat to jump in. Let me know who wants to jump in right now. Let me know. Let's say all you gotta do is put number 1 in the chat Just put number 1. Let me know you want to jump in, and I'll let you jump in, bro. Mr. Doc, you're jumping in. B Marsh and the rest of them dudes, man. So you guys are welcome to jump in into the chat. I don't usually do this, but I thought, you know what? It's a big debate. Newton and all them guys there, you can jump in. It'd be interesting to hear your take. You guys are all welcome to jump in. So I was adding in some people in right now. So, okay. You want to jump in? Travis Doc, that's number 1. Yeah, I'm gonna put anyone else? Anyone else? Just any other takers? Mr. Doc, you're in there already. Any other takers want to jump in? Oh, Mr. Dan the Man's here already. Any other boss? Dan the Man? Dan the Man?
Yeah, ready.
Yeah. What's up, man? Yeah, so you just heard from the champ. So he ain't coming up because he ain't getting what he wants. And he's saying, wait, listen, he's going other places. He said he ain't got a defense in about 2 years, so he don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I did hear him, but look, here's the thing. I guess from his tone of voice, I guess he's exhausted from the this whole hoopla between him and Joshua and him wanting this fight. I guess to him, he's getting a little tired. So he's like, look, man, I'm not that. He's trying to tell Eddie Hearn, I'm not desperate for the fight at this point. It's like, hey, if you want to keep dictating the terms, then I'll let you guys go your way and I'm gonna go my way. Plain and simple. That's probably what he's saying. But at the same time, I feel, look, man, if you really want that cash cow, then you're gonna have to concede. I understand you want to meet in the middle as well, but you're gonna have to give more than you can receive. In other words, So and I did a video before you have put
I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah, and that deal that Anthony Joshua keeps referring to, maybe that's the deal that he was talking about. Look, my promoter offer you a deal. He'll give you the fight with me, as long as you agree to fight Dillian White and you sign on to Matchroom. And Hearn's eyes say, look, I need to increase my brand in America. Why not have the heavyweight champion of the world who's becoming pretty popular now? Why not sign him on, give him what he wants so he can help me do that? You think that's a fair deal?
No. This is the thing, right? Eddie ain't giving no. Eddie, look, Adam Smith from Sky asked him to come over, right? That's what happened. He asked him to come over, and like Deontay said, yeah, come over, right? He said, if I'm coming over, am I gonna get a chance to challenge Anthony Joshua? Then Adam Smith asks Eddie. Eddie says no, right? Well, we ask AJ. AJ says no. Well, no, I have to see. It depends what happens in the fight. And Deontay's like, what's the point of me coming over? And we ain't got no guarantees yet that because Andy embarrassed him the first time. I was there. Well, I wasn't there, right? He watched the Klitschko fight. He looked right over his head and called Fury out. So what's to say that he ain't gonna do that again? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
you know what? Yeah, and that's the thing too. We got to be fair and we got to be objective here. Okay. Here's the thing, and I rarely criticize Anthony Joshua, but you got to call this out for what it is. It's like he says there's no deal there. There's no reason for me to invite him into the ring. But opposed to that, then why is Tyson Fury invited to the ring? There's no deal with you and him. What's that all about? One. And two, you turn around and said there is a deal. I agreed to Deontay Wilder's terms. I saw that second out's interview. Then you turn around and said that Deontay Wilder needs to sign a deal. I'm kind of confused here what's going on here with this camp. You know what I mean?
No, it's disrespect, man. Eddie Hearn.
I didn't. Sorry, EJ. You know what? I didn't really catch that, but you're right. He did kind of do a bit of a what Leonard did to Hagler.
Yes, he disrespected. Yeah, he's doing.
Yeah. When he called, because I remember what you're talking about. He's like, blah blah blah, talking about who he wants to fight next, and that first name out of his mouth was Tyson Fury, and it seemed kind of calculated.
It's disrespectful.
Right. But he did it on purpose, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knew he was sitting right there. Yeah, he wanted to kind of be like, whatever.
Yeah,
Dismissive. He wanted to be dismissive. There we go.
He's being disrespectful. And at the end of the day, Wilder's a champion as
so
well.
saying Wilder don't want to get he don't want to get Hagler again. Fly out there for nothing.
Nah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, Mr. Doc. I remember that Hagler situation where Hagler was felt a little disrespected when Leonard didn't mention his name. I mean, look.
Or how about the time with Cosell when he said that he got him all the way out there just to say the fight's not going to happen?
Yeah, disrespectful.
I mean, that was some trolling, man.
Yeah.
Cosell was a troll. Cosell was a troll, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was back in the day, man. Cosell used to always instigate a lot.
You know that Ron Lyle versus Foreman fight, right?
Yeah,
that's a classic. Well, Ken Norton Sr. He's on the broadcast with Cosell. Cosell trolls the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Telling Norton, hey, George didn't lie like he hit you, Ken. And Ken looked up.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, Ken was like, to me, if I was Ken Norton, I'm like, what the fuck? You don't mention people on live here that I got my ass whooped by this guy, that I got knocked out by this guy. Why you gonna do that, man? Why you gonna put me on blast like that? From a national audience.
He kept mentioning enough Foreman's flattered him.
I'm like, dude, that's to me, that's a little bit disrespectful right there, man. I know you're trying to call the fight, and you're trying to get the crowd's attention and get their draw their attention to your bill, but that's going way too far with that shit, man. I mean, but anyhow, man, I just think that I don't know, man. I'm very confused about the situation.
Not really. It's just straight, very simple. Yeah, Eddie's gonna bring him there and say he's gonna ambush Wilder. Wilder's not stupid. When Wilder came the last time, he brought his people down. He has no problem coming down there, right? Everyone knows it, right? Tyson Fury was allowed to come in Wilder's thing, and Eddie Hearn knows that. So it doesn't matter about the outcome of the fight, right? The bottom line is this: he's trying to sell the next fight. Eddie Hearn doesn't want the fight. There's no confusion there. He doesn't want him to fight Deontay Wilder next, and he's not giving no guarantee.
Yeah, exactly. It goes to my point, though. It goes to my point because I got a little heat for saying this. I'm gonna say this again. I stand by what I said. I think they're stalling this fight. They're trying to wait for Wilder to slow down. I think that's what they're trying to do.
Okay, that's the question here. Okay, there's a difference between Eddie doesn't want him to fight Wilder next, and or there's a difference between that and Eddie doesn't want him to fight Wilder at all.
Exactly.
Which one do you think it is?
Build his profile. That's disrespectful. Like the guy don't know what. Like he's a nobody. He's the WBC champion. Eddie keeps pushing that narrative. If he's a nobody, then why do you need him there for? So that's
that's why he's upset. Exactly. Why are you so upset when he decided not to cancel his appearance? Number one. Number two, why are you working so hard to sign him? You definitely need him because you need your Matchroom brand to be widespread across the United States.
Dan. That's the Don King formula. We all know why he wants to sign Wilder. Come on, man. You know.
Well, you know what, Don? Here's the reason why. Yeah, you sign a lot of fighters in one division. You keep them under control for a while, kind of like what Al Heyman tried to do with the lower weights. But here's the thing.
Well, the key is you have control of all the champions. That was the key to Don's whole thing.
Right, exactly, and that's what look, it's not just Don. Every promoter has done that. Bob Arum does that right now with the damn welterweights. Some of the welterweights with the WBO or the other lower weight classes. But what? Here's the thing.
It's right straight out of the Promoter 101 playbook.
Right, but somebody brought this up when I did my video not too long ago. And someone came in my comment section was like, first of all, Deontay shouldn't be falling for that shit. Remember what happened to Luis Ortiz when he went over to Matchroom? I'm like, well, yeah, that is kind of a good point. He was signed there he signed a deal by deal basis, and from part of that deal, he was supposed to be getting a shot at Anthony Joshua. That didn't happen, so that's why Ortiz left Matchroom. So I don't know.
Not real. I don't think that story is real, Dan. That one about Eddie Hearn wanting to sign Wilder.
Or working on it.
It came from the Daily Star.
I cross-referenced it.
It came from the Daily Star.
I got it from the Independent, bro.
No, well, it's the one unboxing scene that they've got. They're saying they've got one from the Daily Star.
Well, I got one from the Independent, so it's cross-referenced on all the publications.
Yeah, but where did they get it from?
Yeah, but the Independent's not. The Independent's is part of the same group as the Sun. It's all under Rupert.
Oh, they're part of the same.
Yeah, they're all it's a tabloid.
Okay.
Yeah. The Independent's a tabloid. It was good back in the day when Steve Bunce was there. Steve Bunce used to write for them, but I wouldn't trust them nowadays. Nah, I wouldn't trust that. That story's fake, man.
Well, look, here's the thing. If they're reporting it and then boxing scene's reporting it and then another publication's reporting it, maybe there is some confirmed sources that is true. They heard is trying to do that. Because you have to understand, if it's coming from one source, the other publications have to confirm the sources to that source, to that, from that story. That's
why
the way
does
it
Wilder
works.
need to sign for Eddie Hearn? He don't need to sign for Eddie Hearn. You don't need to sign for him.
I understand that, but
if you're talking about Wilder's interests, you're absolutely right. But if you're looking at it from Eddie Hearn's point of view, well, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
He wants that Don King. He wants that Don King control of the division. It's as simple as that.
Well, exactly. And another thing too, Eddie Hearn realizes now that marketing fighters in the USA is totally different from marketing fighters in the UK.
Yeah.
So he realizes it's a bit tough now. So what he needs to do is get a champion whose popularity is on the rise in the United States. He's a champion. He drew pretty well in his last fight against Luis Ortiz. Why not sign him onto Matchroom? Let me sign him. Give him what he wants. If I give him what he wants, he gives me what I want. He signs him to my promotion.
It don't work like that.
That's the way it works.
Nah.
That's what he wants.
Well, that's what he wants. That's what he wants.
How it worked for Don
That's what he
King.
wants. Yeah. That probably is how it works, but we don't know. But the actual story itself, like, there's no interest though. There's no interest.
Well, I know you may say there's no interest for Wilder, but you think it's more interest for Eddie Hearn. You think that's what you think is more interesting for him to do it?
No, not really. Not really. He doesn't need to lock people down to secure them for a big fight.
You guys can address what Wilder was saying in just there in the interview, because he's basically come out and said, I want to hear you guys address what you have, not like speculation. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say to Dan. That the story is not real. Is it come from the Daily Star? Is it then push it to the Independent? It's not a good story. It's not a trustworthy story.
Let's hear what you said. Did you hear what Wilder was saying? Everything Wilder said is like Eddie Hearn. He's just used to getting his own way, and he's like a little kid. And then I agree with everything he said there, because me and Charlie know how he is, in it. Like, Eddie's used to getting his own way, and he's all cool. But when things are not going his way, he's all panicking. Wilder, they done Wilder dirty the first time. Wilder was happy to come down there, done commentary. People said he done a shit job on commentary, right? Disrespected him, and they're probably gonna do more or less the same as well. And he's not falling for the dope no more. And that's what it comes down to. Travis Doc, I followed you on Google. Follow me back, and then you can jump in. Yeah, this is a one-on-one only lifetime. Anyone wants to come in, just press number 1 and they'll allow you to come in. So I'll follow you back. You can just jump in, right?
Okay.
And then, right. But what I'm saying to you is that what Wilder said to me is more or less what I've been saying before. Like, Eddie don't want the fight. He gonna go down there. You can have Kugan Cassius waiting around the corner, and then Dillian's gonna come and demand them, and they're gonna rough him up, and he ain't about it. But he said,
right? Let me ask you this: when the fight goes down on Saturday, do you think the crowd at Principality Stadium is going to heckle Joshua and Hearn over Wilder? Do you think that's a possibility that's going to happen?
Wilder's not playing down there, so it doesn't matter no more.
No, the thing is, they would have made it uncomfortable for him, right? That's what Hearn would have pulled some strings so that it had a dodgy hotel or something, right?
Yeah.
And it would just be, EJ's right. It would be circumstances like that. Dillian White coming there running his mouth.
Hotel, same hotel. gonna have them in the same hotel. He's gonna book them in the same. Cardiff's not big. Cardiff's not.
He'll throw Derek Chisora there as well.
Yeah. Cardiff is not. Yeah, all of them come to top. All of them
put them in the same hotel with an open bar. Yeah.
London is the biggest city in England, right? And you can go from one end to the other. Yeah, I just followed you. Okay, cool. Right, one end to the other. Right. So what we're saying is this: in Cardiff, there's not that many hotels near the venue. So basically, where are they gonna stay? They're all gonna be hitched up in the same hotel. Coogan's gonna be where's Wilder at, so we can get access. And if anything kicks off when Dillian goes in there trying to rough him up with the man, listen, it would be nice. I'm telling you, it weren't gonna be. I'm telling you, it wouldn't have been funny, man. It wasn't a good circumstances. And to be fair, and I look at Wilder, it's sensible because he's bringing these people down from Alabama, and you know they're gonna lick shots off. You know they're gonna lick shots off. They will. They're not gonna stand there and have their champion get disrespected out there. Like, they're not gonna do it. Best is they don't.
Well, let me ask you this then: what's this restraining order business all about? Because Wilder mentioned that in an interview. What was that all about?
See, the security. Me and Charlie know about the security down there, Matchroom security. They're hands on because after what he did with Bellew, right? And the way the thing is, Wilder's people would Clifton Mitchell. He's the head of that security firm. And they didn't like the way that was going on. While those people
they know how us Americans are, man. They know how us Americans are. We're rowdy.
Yeah.
Rowdy American.
They're looking to get it back, bro. They're looking some payback out there, bro. Wilder would have been hands on. You know what I mean? And it's loud them big brutes putting their hands on me. It's just an unnecessary situation. It's no respect, bro. They allow Vladimir in the ring, but he won't allow Wilder in the ring. Like, come on, man. This disrespect all day. Like, Wilder don't need that in his life, innit? And I agree with him, innit?
The whole thing does kind of just come across to me, anyways, as a bit petty from all sides at this point.
It is petty, and again, getting from the boxing voice interview, it seems like Deontay just like had enough. He's like, "Look, man, I'm not at the point that I need to be desperate for this fight. It will happen. It will happen eventually. I'll go my way. You guys go your way, okay? That's not just because you and I don't fight doesn't mean it's the end of be all of the heavyweight division. I'll fight the top 10 opponents, and you fight the top 10 opponents. Once everything's cleaned out, you and I will have to eventually meet. We'll have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to go. We'll have to meet. All right." So, like you said, he was just like frustrated. Like, look, I'm not going to let this guy dictate all the fucking turns to get his fucking way. I'm not going to let him do that. Okay. So he's just like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. So, interesting interview, man. Interesting interview.
He did reiterate that he'd fight White if it included a guarantee of Joshua in the deal.
Yeah, and also, it's a good thing you brought that up because another thing I'm not too sure why he mentioned this. Or I'll fight White if you put him up against Luis Ortiz, the same guy that I beat.
We were both laughing. That was some funny shit.
That was. I was laughing my head off. You know what I'm saying? You know that's a hard fight, man. You know what I mean?
That's not realistic. Let's be real. That's not realistic. First of all, Hearn is not.
Why not? Why is he gonna fight Dillian White? I don't understand why.
What's not realistic, Dan? What's not realistic?
Ortiz versus White. Because first of all,
okay.
Yeah, look, Deontay already beat the dude already. Number one. Number two, Hearn is not going to set up any of his heavyweights to fight fucking Luis Ortiz. We saw what he did with Anthony Joshua, why he didn't want to put him in the ring with him. So that's not going to happen. That's not realistic. Let's be real. Unless
I don't know why, man. It wasn't Dillian White is real with Wilder, that because all of a sudden he knocked out bloody Lucas, so he should get a shot. Like, come on, dog. Like there's double standards. Eddie Hearn doesn't dictate. Exactly, Wilder is the champion. He ain't gonna get another and start this bullshit.
Eddie couldn't Eddie hypothetically just go, okay, look, AJ's gonna fight the winner of Povetkin Price, and then he'll have White and Wilder fight, and then whoever wins it out, you know what I mean? In the end, fights for all the marbles.
Oh no, man.
Well, that'd be interesting if Povetkin wins, because here's the thing: if he wins, then he is still the double he is the mandatory for the WBA and the WBO title. So let's say, I don't know. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. If he loses, now let me ask y'all something. If Povetkin fights David Price, is it WBA eliminator or is it the WBO eliminator? What is it?
No, I don't know what it.
I bet that it's the WBA, but that's just a guess.
WBA. Here's the thing: Povetkin is in a win-lose situation. Let me tell you why. Because if that's the case, if he loses to David Price, he still keeps his mandatory position with the WBO if Joshua wins. So Joshua will still have to deal with Povetkin one way or the other, or he could just give up his title and not deal with him. So that could be an interesting scenario right there. That's a very interesting scenario. So if David Price wins, you know, Povetkin still keeps his mandatory spot for one sanctioned body. That's a very interesting thing. Very interesting thing.
Yeah, all I know is this, man. There's just who's everyone then? All I know is this is just a weird scenario, you know. It's a weird scenario. Right.
We got Caban Media TV up in here.
Michael
Royalty and shit.
Yeah.
Yo.
I put Scott Walker as my avatar next.
Welcome. You're all welcome to EJ Boxing Live. Is back on the air, bro.
EJ Boxing Live, talking about boxing.
I can see that now, Charlie Brown. It's, you know what I mean?
It's Archimo.
Yeah. Now that it's like, yeah, I get it. You know, proper sized version of it.
Hey, let me ask y'all something. Carl Froch came out and made some statements earlier this morning. What y'all feel about that?
Carl Froch is a champion and he's a competitive guy as well. He don't understand. He's trying to understand why AJ won't take the challenge and just get this thing settled. Because if it was Carl Froch, he would have said, listen, because Carl Froch is a man. He likes getting his money, but he don't want no one disrespecting him and believing he's the number one in the division. And he would challenge himself. Carl Froch would challenge himself. AJ, you know, he has to get past Parker. Not listen, mind you, he has to get past this Parker thing. So after this Parker thing over, then have all options. Because Wilder ain't got to defend. Wilder ain't got no fight until probably late next year. So let's get past the Parker thing and open up the gates of negotiation. But why can't you give a guarantee to Wilder and say, listen, if we get past Parker, you're allowed to come in the ring, and then we can start the negotiations. But Eddie don't want to do that. Eddie don't want to do that. Wilder said, "I'll take a pay cut," and he says no. He said, "I'll fight Dillian White if you guarantee you'll give me AJ." He says no. Everything Wilder's asked to, he says no. So what was like, you know?
See, and that one right there is the one that would simplify everything.
Pay cut.
Because you got the mandatories lined up on AJ's side. You see what I mean? It would just make it all easy.
Pay cut and everything. The man's looking to do everything.
Well, that's another thing too. What kind of bothers me about this? When some people say that, look, when that suggestion was laid out initially, Wilder said, "Look, I'll fight your guy as long as you give me your golden goose. Guarantee me a shot against him." And people are like lashing out, saying, "No, you can't do that." I'm like, "Why not? Why that's not a fair deal?" That's kind of like similar to Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev, how they worked out that deal. Yeah. They get in a fight. And they'll meet in a later date. It's
like any number of tournaments that they've had. You know what I mean? Simple.
One rule for one rule for another. Eddie don't want it. When I talked to Eddie, me and Charlie talked to Eddie. But he goes, it's possible. That's a possible fight in the future, 2000 late this year. But he didn't give no guarantees. He didn't give us no guarantees.
Well, like I said, I think he's waiting for Wilder to slow down. That's what he's waiting for, because they're waiting for.
No. He's not waiting. No. He said he'll do. I think he'll deliver as well.
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he's not going to deliver, Charlie. I'm saying that he's waiting for the right time to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he wants it in November or December. That's what he wants it, and he preferably wants it in America as well. He wants it in Vegas.
Oh yeah, because that's where you're gonna make one of your match.
Yeah, again, there's the question: is he trying to long it out, as EJ says, or is he just trying to build it up?
He's trying to build it up. Trying to build it up.
Longing it out.
Nah, it's not that serious, Dan, man. Discrediting Wilder.
Wilder's a puncher,
man. Amazing boxing ability.
Wilder's a puncher, man. He'll be punching like that when he's 40.
He's locking it out.
Break his hands.
I'll tell you what he's doing. He's making AJ weak, bro. I'll tell you that right now, Carl. The thing is, you need to be fighting top level opponents. So
steel sharpens steel. Yep.
Yeah, you go. Parker's a top guy, right? And Ortiz is better. Level and Ortiz is better. So we see interested to see what AJ does. If he thinks he's gonna fight Gerald Miller and Parker, you're sharpening your skills, getting ready to Wilder. No, because Wilder's ready. Wilder's ready to take perfected. You know, Wilder wants perfected. He wants them tough ones, man. He wants some tough challenges. You know what I mean? The ones when it's all said and done, that you're gonna get your credit from it. You're gonna get your credit because all it matters at the end of the day is who you fought and who we can over. And Wilder's gonna start. Wilder knows if he don't fight me, I'm gonna fight all the toughest dude until force him into fight me, whether he likes it or not. By then,
exactly. You know, if he chooses to fight Povetkin after the outcome of Povetkin and Price, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I wouldn't mind seeing it. You know, Povetkin wins. If he doesn't get a shot at Joshua, why not give Povetkin a shot? Give him a shot. You know what I mean? Because I think
Pricey versus Wilder.
Okay, fine, but David Price versus Deontay Wilder, is that a foregone conclusion? I'm
pretty sure it's a foregone conclusion, man. But
well, we'll see. We'll see, man. But like I said, there's a lot of matchups. The point is, there's a lot of matchups that can be made in the heavyweight division. Is that a foregone conclusion?
I'm pretty sure it's a foregone conclusion, man.
Well, Travis, you want to get mute, man, because we hear feedback.
Travis, you got to take off the channel, yeah? How you doing, Travis? You right? Travis, you can unmute yourself, because I think you had the background of the video.
All right.
How you doing, Travis? You right?
Yeah. Appreciate you putting in the fight, man.
Yeah, cool. Go ahead, Mr. Doc. Continue. Travis, you just jump in when you can. Go ahead, Mr. Doc. Continue. Sorry, Dan. Continue what you said. Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, continue what you said. Continue what you were saying.
No, I was going to say that I said there's a lot of matchups that can be made in the heavyweight division. I think Wilder versus Povetkin could be the next logical matchup.
Yeah, I'm cracking jokes about pricing.
Yeah, the Povetkin. Wilder take Povetkin or Pricey. All you gotta do is just take Wilder. Listen, at this point, it's seesaws, you know, because at the end of the day, this fight will happen, and AJ has an epic fight, and slugfest with Parker. People just gonna swing back and favor AJ. Is this the way things go? Travis, you wanna jump in? You got anything to say?
Yeah, man. Oh man. First of all, thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome, bro.
This is one of the most confusing situations I've never seen the heavyweight division in a long time. My whole thing is like this: if you're not trying to be undisputed heavyweight champion, then what is your purpose? Either you're gonna lose weight or you're gonna stand in the division and fight everybody. Period. Like, I've never seen anything like this as far as like a champion not wanting to invite another champion in to challenge them so they can accomplish this move. I've never even.
So what's your take? Well, you don't. What's your take of Eddie Hearn? I don't think. What's your think of Eddie Hearn? And you don't like them. You don't like the way they. You're American. You don't like the way they're operating. You don't like the way they conducted themselves, right? In that respect.
About it at all. I mean, if they're trying to push it off, just say it. Just say, hey, we're not focused on the Wilder fight right now. This, that, and the third. That's it. But this little cat and mouse game they're playing right now, I mean, AJ is a likable guy. You understand? Like, he's a very likable guy. But what Hearn is doing right now is, I've heard it from some people, it's kind of making AJ unlikable to a lot of people.
Well, in America, maybe. Not in England, dog.
Yeah, in America. That's what I can only speak for America. I mean, but it's kind of making AJ an unlikable guy for the simple fact of the matter. It's like they're playing a cat and mouse game. I mean, how is that target going to set for this man just to get this fight? I mean, it's the only logical fight if he were to beat Parker, which I think he's going to beat Parker Saturday. But it's the only logical fight left.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, yeah, Eddie Hearn sees him as a commodity, and he's protecting that commodity, all the endorsements and the money. Listen, he's still got to get past Parker.
I totally agree. I understand that. I mean,
Wilder on the other hand, yeah, like in terms of his profile or whatever, like I don't get that profile thing. He's got to build his brand and all that stuff. Like, when did that come into it? I thought boxing was about putting hands on man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna prove I'm tough.
What is he trying to build? I mean, we're talking about AJ and Wilder like they're fighting this Saturday. You understand? Like we're talking. Who doesn't know Wilder by now? You get what I'm saying? Unless you're just like someone like super casual. If you're even a casual boxing fan at this point, I mean, no matter how many people they pack in that stadium this Saturday, every single person in there is going to know Deontay Wilder's name, whether he goes there or not.
I know. I was in a Klitschko stadium when Wilder came in, and I had to tell people that was Wilder. And who that? I go, that's the WBC champion. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. They knew it was. They didn't know who it was, bro. They didn't know it. What they know is he's supposed to be challenging AJ next. They want to take a picture of him. They didn't know who he was, bro. Like, there's a lot of boxing fans that they watch football. And mostly Sky Sports cover boxing. And if you haven't got Sky Sports, you're not watching it. If it was ITV, like Frank Bruno, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, dark, right, it'd be different. But Sky is like HBO. If you haven't got HBO, how you seeing the boxing? You see what I'm saying? That's how it is in Sky. So,
so it sounds like you're saying boxing gets more casual fans over there.
Well, it's the football fans with football and boxing. They kind of work hand in hand. But we're talking about the majority of the country. We're to monitor the country. They know what AJ is because he's on all the posters and everything. Yeah. But Wilder, on the other hand, in terms of building his profile, why do you have to build his profile to the UK fans? What the fuck? You don't trying to what he has to make the UK fans like him or some shit? Like fuck that. He wants to fight the guy. Does AJ want to fight him or no? Yes or no? AJ, yes. The only one who doesn't want it is Eddie Hearn at this minute. He's putting barriers in front, and right now that's what we're seeing. He's putting barriers. He's trying to put Wilder, and I don't like it because Wilder's a boxer. You can't be trying to embarrass him. You know what I mean? Why are you gonna embarrass him?
The only reason he wanted Wilder there Saturday night was to promote a Dillian White fight. Wilder knows that.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah, it's embarrassing. That's right. They've done it before.
This man is no fool. He may be from Alabama. He may talk with a country twang or however you want to say it. But the man knows why Eddie Hearn wanted him over there this Saturday. He has his own agenda, meaning Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder wants an Anthony Joshua fight. If you're not going to present him an Anthony Joshua fight and you're doing everything to show at this current point, you're not going to present him an Anthony Joshua fight, then what is his purpose of going in there in the first place?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. 100%. There's no disagreement with me, man.
I agree with that as well. I'd stay my ass in America. I wouldn't be coming over for them to antagonize him, and he might catch a case or a body or something over here with his big self, you know what I mean? It's better he stays in America, you know what I mean? I wouldn't. Unless he's signing for the fight. Yeah, that's true. It's not worth it.
Don't get me wrong. I actually think the White fight is going to happen. I think the WBC is going to make him the mandatory, and Deontay Wilder's probably going to fight his mandatory.
Let me tell you this as well. That's easy work for Wilder as well. You know.
I agree.
I don't know why people are thinking that White is going to have a chance of punching him up with that. Nah, White is going to get beat, man.
Yeah. And you know why? You know why? Because it's even a purse bid. Eddie doesn't like winning purse bids. So. When it goes up, they got to do purse bids. I don't hate him to win that purse bid. The fight will be in Alabama. He'll drag what? Bruh, he'll make Dillian come to Alabama, you know. Wait, listen. Fuck that shit.
I think Eddie's going to be deep in his pockets to make sure that fight happens in the UK. He's going to avoid that purse bid.
Eddie doesn't win purse bids. It's cheap. Eddie don't win no purse bids, man. He don't put no money in that pot. Keeps
only the Charles Martin.
No, Charles. Oh, did he put money? Yeah, you know what? He probably yeah.
He slapped down about like 2 or 3 for Charles Martin, didn't he?
Yeah, but that wasn't purse bid. That wasn't purse bid. They made the offer.
Yeah. That wasn't purse bid. Yeah.
Purse bid.
Oh, that was just high.
He made an offer. This is the thing, right? This is what Beats
representation. I see.
This is what Beats is saying about Wilder, right? Wilder had a fight with, I think it was Spilker, on the undercard, it was Glasgow versus Martin. Now, what Wilder saw, or his team saw Glasgow lose to Martin, Martin got the belt. They should have put in a bid offer to get that belt, to get Martin to fight Wilder, and this thing wouldn't be happening. But what we're trying to say is Eddie's put his hand in his pocket and got the belt, sneaked the belt out from America and brought it to England. I was at the press conference, right, for that one. That's the first belt he got in. Then on top of that, nothing as well. The Klitschko shouldn't, because I don't know why they stripped Fury, and then all of a sudden they gave the WBA belt to Vladimir. Vladimir should have been the champion, but they gave him the belt, right? So Vladimir goes in there with another belt. Then AJ gets another belt, right? I'm not taking the piss at AJ. I'm just trying to say what it is. Why? Well, Wilder's earned his belt, and so did AJ. Well, especially with the first one, okay. And the second belt he got given. This one he's gonna have to go earn it against an undefeated fresh guy. So this is going to be a challenge for him. Listen, we might be here sitting there on Sunday and AJ lost. This might be the case. This might be the case, you know. Hey, AJ's lost, you know. And then we say
if AJ loses Saturday, we'll be talking about the same situation with Parker. Because I don't think Parker would be in the rush to fight Deontay Wilder. And we'll be talking about Parker.
Rematch.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Because if people forget, Parker had a chance to fight Deontay Wilder himself. It wasn't too long ago. I remember him being back.
They talked about that. Wilder talked about it. Wilder said they went to New Zealand. No, Parker's team said that they went
to Alabama.
They went to thing to support him. Wilder's team came there, but they wasn't for that. Parker's team didn't want to fight. They don't want to fight.
Yeah,
Wilder,
they didn't want that. Yeah, they were talking big mouth. They had their big mouth open, but then when it came down to negotiations, they
didn't want it.
They kept away from that. Yeah. Well away from that.
Let's go down the history of Deontay Wilder and the champions. I mean, it's crazy to me. He didn't get the Klitschko fight when he was asking for the Klitschko fight. When he was super duper green then. He didn't get the Fury fight, which I thought Fury was going to fight him. They had been barking about that fight since both of them were damn near prospects. So we didn't get the Fury fight. We're not getting the AJ fight. I mean, they fighting each other, but who's going to fight him?
Don't know, man. Not too sure, bro. Not too sure, man. I'm not too sure, man. Where's Dan the rat gone? He bounced off the hangout. Hey, Travis, man, are you from the LDBC?
Nah. I'm just a freelancer, man. I've been following all you guys for a couple of years, man. I just,
you know what? My channel just came on now for anyone in the chat, and this goes to anyone if you want to jump in. Yeah, like I tried to put a link, but YouTube stopped spats or something like that, so they stopped putting links and stuff like that in the chat. So it wouldn't let me put it in. So I did the proper way. So I'm glad to have you over anyway. You know what I mean? Contributing to the channel. You know what I mean? Dan, yo, EJ, send me the link, homie. You're in already, Dan. What are you talking about? You just in already, bro. I gotta send you another link. Oh, you got Sean Newton in there. Hey, Sean Newton, you're welcome to come in here and talk some boxing. You know what I mean? I'm not really on this divide thing. What's happening in this community?
Me neither, man. I'm not really on the divide thing.
I'm not on the divide thing. You know what I mean?
I've been following you guys for like years, man. Like years. So it's like, I just like talking boxing. I don't like people talking about boxing, this, and that. That's why I hate that this has become like such a America versus UK thing, for the simple fact of I love Beats channel. I love your channel.
Oh yeah, that shit. They fucked up. Yeah, Beats shit go fucked up. The Beats shit go.
I love 7H channel. I love Bloods channel. I love Black Fight Fan TV channel. I love all you guys' channel, man, because right now we keeping the sport alive in a way. We giving publicity to these fighters and stuff like that, man. Just by keeping these channels alive and talking about the sport, man. Because for a while here in America, especially like towards the late 90s, early 2000s, like you had to know somebody personally that watched boxing just to get, some conversations about boxing going on. So, this is just like another tool for us to talk about the sport. And, I hate the divide that we're seeing. This is almost like Floyd Manny 2 going on right now, and I can't stand that.
No, I agree. I think it's stupid. It's just boxing. Like if certain people, because I would have hit Wilder up myself, but just listening to him, he's feeling like he's wrong, and I feel some type of way for that because I want to see the fight. And AJ is out AJ's hand because he's just going to listen to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, in my opinion, done Kell Brook's career done. He messed up Kell Brook's career. He kept him away from certain big fights and had him, you know, after Porter, he never fought any decent fight. And by then, he never tuned up his skills. By the Errol Spence came and fucked him up. If he continues with like AJ, this is a good fight. And we see what happens with AJ. You know, this is a good fight. So we see what happens, how AJ performs in this. But AJ is different, though, because AJ is going to be fighting at a certain level. So he's going to have decent opponents in there. Wilder's going to have decent opponent in there. All it is, I'm not going to lie to you, each time they don't fight each other, the money goes up. The money, as long as they stay undefeated, as long as they keep their belts, the money keeps going up. Like, they're going to get more money. I swear, right now, I think I'm going with 100 mil. Right now, I'm sitting on 100 mil. Sitting on 100 mil now. If they keep doing this another 2 years, you're talking 2. If they stay undefeated, you're talking like maybe 200 mil, 250.
It's not a T because this is the heavyweight division, man. All you need is one punch. Wilder has shown us that. All you need is one punch. That's it. You know, it ain't like, you know, these two are invulnerable or anything like that. Especially in the heavyweight division, one punch can change the fate of everything.
Don't get me wrong. I like Wilder and all of that. But I don't think he has a chance of beating Joshua though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
See how Joshua looks against Parker though.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, Charlie. Right? Each time they fight, we change our opinion or maybe change.
I know Wilder's gonna punch up Dillian White if they ever face each other, and he'll beat Brazil as well. But I'd like to see him fight Brazil because I want to see him fight someone as tall as him. You know what I mean? Somebody who's relatively young enough and athletic enough to contend with it.
I think not to mention Brazil. I want to see if he can spark Brazil out. You know what
I reckon he can. I reckon he can.
Possibly, but that would prove something. You know what I mean? Because Brazil's tough as all hell. He can take a classic beat.
And I think people forget this. Everybody looks at the Ortiz fight and stuff like that. You know, we can talk about him not being dropped with Ortiz and stuff like that. Ortiz is not like a Brazil. He's not as tall as Brazil. We know that. We know he doesn't have the reach of Brazil or whatever. But that southpaw stance gave Wilder so much trouble. Like it took a while for him to kind of figure that out. When you're coming at Deontay Wilder orthodox like Brazil would, like White would, we'll be talking a whole nother game. That way, you're going to see him working that jab a lot more than he did against Ortiz.
Well, not to mention, there's a significant, in my opinion, significant skill gap between Brazil and Ortiz.
I totally agree.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard for him.
I tell you what, man. Just like I don't know, man. I was thinking about it, I'm gonna watch it somewhere else. But it's just listen, the heavyweight division right now, the Ortiz Wilder sick fight, Dillian White versus Lucas. Hey, it is what it is. This one here, bro. The heavyweight division is probably the best division right now. It's like I didn't think it was, but right now, in terms of where the potential of where it can go, it has to be the best division in boxing. I know they got other fights so technical, but they're not generating as much money as this and much conversation as this. This is generating mad conversation. Like everyone talking about is getting mad views on their channel, more than the welterweights, more than one.
The heavyweights have always resonated with the casual fans, at least over here. You know what I mean? Way more than any other.
England's good. We've had our heavyweights, you know. Maybe not successful, but Frank Bruno got a world title, so I can't really say that. And Lennox Lewis done it as well. So you know.
I just meant boxing fan interest in general. Interest in boxing is always bigger around the heavyweights.
Yeah.
I think the heavyweight division can be like where it once was, but it takes these guys fighting. I had a conversation with somebody the other day, you know. And they were just basically just crapping all over Ortiz, this, that, and the third. He's never going to get a title shot. See, that's what the heavyweight division doesn't need. The heavyweight division needs people to fight Ortiz. You know, these fights need to happen to build more interest in the heavyweight division. As long as we're not the fights that people want to see, then that interest is going to go away before you know it.
Yeah.
How bad is it that Ortiz gets stopped, and he's still probably, you know, he still probably isn't going to have anybody any more eager to fight him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
if anything, they're probably less eager.
Ortiz is probably still number 3, 4 best heavyweight in the world. Like, ain't no one fuck with Ortiz, bro. Like, everyone knows that. Especially if you let him get time to get in shape. Listen, bro. Ortiz is a problem.
Yeah. Ortiz is a problem, especially for Dillian White.
Yeah,
but Dillian White, what Wilder said was
he's on the PBC now, though. He needs to punch up the PBC heavyweights.
Wilder said if Ortiz, if Dillian White wants to fight me and he beats Ortiz, I'll fight. It's the same thing as saying, and Eddie Hearn said, well, if Wilder beats AJ, then we fight him. So Wilder said, okay, then you beat Ortiz. You know what I mean? Because, you know, Ortiz is down with Al Heyman, so they use put Ortiz in there with Dillian. You know what? Actually, Dillian actually wanted to fight him, so it's not like Dillian out reach. Dillian actually wanted to fight him.
Hearn is going to put White in zip code, area code, or country code in his Ortiz. Not going to happen.
Which one? Which fight?
White. Hearn is not going to put that man nowhere near Ortiz.
Yeah,
Ortiz lost though. But I don't know why I'm on that. Ortiz just lost though. I still see him as one of the dangerous guys, but he just lost. How's his confidence?
Yeah, he could get like, you know, Mansoor, Brazil, Ngannou, all them guys on that all them PBC heavyweights.
For me, Brazil's a problem. I don't like, but Brazil can take punches, bro, and he'll keep walking.
Yeah, I know, man. He's got that Chavallo thing going on, man. Beat the crap out of him, man.
He could just take shots off the day, off the minute, after hour. It's true. He could just take beating, bro. I'm like, yeah.
That's why Brazil, man. I mean, granted, if he earns the shot, he gets the shot. But ever since I guess it was the Mansoor fight, man. Mir Mansoor
fight. Yeah.
If Mansoor jaw when it got broken, Mansoor was beating the shit out of this.
He didn't break his jaw, you know. He didn't break his jaw. He bit his tongue. He bit off his tongue. I talked to him after. Yeah, he bit for his tongue.
He was beating the shit out of that guy, man.
Pardon?
I said Mansoor was beating the shit out of that guy, man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's busting him up, man. He's busting him up, boy. But that's boxing, isn't it? You could be on top.
Al's got a lot of guys he could beat up, man. George Washington. You know,
That's heavyweight boxing, man. But it's interesting to see how the landscape of boxing is going, man. Really interesting. But the heavyweight division is so interesting. They have a lot of characters in the heavyweight division as well. But where Wilder is at the minute, Wilder's just gonna sit down with his family. You know what I mean? They're gonna put that fight on, and they're gonna watch what AJ does next, man. You know what I mean? It's all eyes on AJ, like Tupac said. All eyes on AJ. If Parker wins, Parker ain't trying to fight Wilder next. It's like, well, we're gonna go back to New Zealand. We're gonna fight Lucas Brown. You know what I mean?
Parker wins Saturday. He's rematching Josh. I think that's about a guarantee. Parker's not gonna touch the.
When you win the heavyweight championship, try to max out. Everyone does it, right? I remember Jim Jeffries. He didn't want to fight none of the black fighters. And when you win any of the heavyweight titles, you try to max out its potential before you get yourself in a big fight. And I think that's what Eddie Hearn's trying to do. He's trying to max it out. You know, he should beat Parker. He should beat these guys. He's trying to max it out. Each time he maxes it out, you have big fights and big crowds in England before you go into something. So regardless of a dangerous fight with Wilder, you know what I'm trying to say? But you know, it's a case of, well, you're trying to max out the money, but bro, you're missing the excitement. Like when Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson fought, oh man, they longed it out, bruv. They longed it out. Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis never fought. They killed it off. It was excruciating pain. That's watching that thing go on, and that's what's going on here. You know, that sort of excruciating pain.
That worked. Bro, didn't work, man. I remember the day he threw that down in the trash can. I remember it like
Riddick Bowe threw the ball in the trash can. Yeah.
I remember that day. I seen that. It came on ESPN over the stateside. I remember that day. And I remember Rock Newman like right there and everything. And Nah, Bro just didn't want that work, man. He had flashbacks to the Olympics. He didn't want that work.
And that's the thing about Rock Newman. He doesn't go in traction. He does a really good job, but he was never a boxing man. Because I don't think Eddie Hearn's a boxing guy. When I mean a boxing guy, he does boxing, but he don't understand the pride of what boxers are about. They want to fight the best. No, they don't want to sit there. I know they're going to make their bank account big, but bruv, your legacy of fighting someone in your prime is what people should do. Fight in your prime, and then what you do, you give energy for the next generation. So what you're doing for the next generation, you're fucking up for the next generation. AJ should avoid him. And the thing is when I cornered Scott Quigg. I cornered Scott Quigg. So why did you fight Rigo when you was there? And he goes, oh, you know, for a danger, but he doesn't really sell. I goes, oh, he doesn't sell. He was pound for pound the best in your division. He's the best guy. Why would you want to fight him? Well, why? He goes to me, why do I have to fight him? Why didn't no one else fight him?
I lost so much respect for Quigg.
That shit is funny.
I lost so much respect for them three for not fighting Rigo, man. Oh man, I can't even watch those guys fighting.
They forced Rigo to get fucked up by Lomo. Talking about Lomo might get fucked up by a thingy, but I doubt it though. He might do. Nah, I don't think Linares, because Linares has lost his coach. You know what I mean? Israel thingy, it was his name again. Israel Salis is not with him no more. So, you know, it's interesting to see where that goes. But you know, this boxing thing is always roundabouts and turnarounds, and nothing is straightforward as what you see. And Israel Salis has been with Linares from when he won the belt in Japan, and he's not with him now. Hey, bro, is he going to be the same guy coming in? I don't know. I remember when Sergio Martinez was going against Cotto, and I thought Sergio Martinez was going to beat him. And then they said about his leg. I said, I know about his leg. They go, no, we want that brace off. Cotto, and he murdered him.
I seen Sergio's trunks coming into that fight. I knew, because I was just like you. I thought Sergio was going to murder that dude, man. But when I saw Sergio that fight, that man was even wearing trunks. That man was wearing pants in that fight.
Yeah. Look what Sergio was doing to the competition. Like they were saying he might fight Floyd. He was destroying like these big dudes and hitting them out. So where was his power and what was going on there? Cotto just walked right through him. You know, but that was the turning of the middleweight division, or what kind of state it is in now. Because the middleweight division is in chaos. No one cares. The heavyweight division is just two more free fights are about being tied up. The cruiserweight division is about to be tied up. 154-pounder, they're going into war right there. So boxing's looking not bad. You're not bad. The Super 6 or the whatever, the super middleweights. I don't know whoever wins that tournament is going to be the best, because man like Callum didn't fight the best, and he didn't fight no one in there, and all the champions were in that division. He looked like a European team. So
the guys in 168 that ain't in that tournament. I was real disappointed out of that 168
European tournament. European.
I was real disappointed in that tournament for the simple fact of the matter, it's obvious all the best fighters at 168 ain't in that tournament.
Yeah. You bet. I like you bet. But you know what this thing about it is? I mean, it was just the other day we always talk that you bet thing went on for a good couple of weeks. But let me tell you something. This Parker thing here with AJ, listen, whatever happens in this fight, it might be one of them ones we're talking about for a good like 2 weeks. And you know we live in a social media. What one day something's big news, next day it's not. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that Eubank thing was big, but bro, when Wilder went against Ortiz, shit, come on, man, that had people pumped. That was a fight, man. That fight was a fight, man. What?
That fight with Ortiz was so exciting because everybody took one punch.
Round 7. He was getting a beating in round 7, bro. Yeah. He would get a beating in round 7, bro. You know what I mean? And there's the arguments caused from that. And then Dillian White. Now listen, the Dillian White one, I had my inside sources. I already saw the sparring with Lucas against Derek Chisora, so I knew what was gonna happen. You know what I mean? He was just plain to see. So me and some other people, we ain't gassed up on that Dillian White win. It was good for Dillian, but we ain't gassed up. I think he needs some stuff to prove. I liked him to see him go get Kiro Miller. You know what I mean? Or why can't he fight Ortiz? If he's gonna fight Ortiz, I think it's good. I think if you're gonna fight Ortiz right now, I think it's the best stage to fight Ortiz. You're not gonna.
Just forget that Ortiz was with Matchroom for a spell there, and he didn't get any of those names.
Yeah. But you know what? You know Wilder gives up rounds, innit? Wilder's one of them dudes. It's real strange, right? If you watch all of his fights at that level, he always gives up a couple of rounds, maybe 3, 4 even, and then next you know, bam, you're out there, bro.
I don't know. There are many fights that Wilder hasn't given up.
Yeah, he gives up rounds. He gives up rounds. He don't mind. He don't mind. But the thing is, he's not just only the right hand. He sets it up well. Because as you're getting confidence, he's working out where to put that punch in your jaw, man, and take your jaw out, man. You know what I mean? So, boy, you guys, man, there's 19 people, man. How many people? There's 13 likes. That's not right. Everyone, give me a thumbs up, man. Give me some love, man. Give me some thumbs up, bro. Yeah, if I got a super chat, man, give me some money as well. I'm starving. I want to buy some some fish and chips and have some tea and crumpets. Come on now, let's go. Let's get cracking, people. Come on. Stop being stingy now. Let's get on. Pure entertainment. When this hangout's done, make sure you go to the start of it and you'll get the Wilder, because I got so you don't have to worry about no Nez talking. I got the whole Wilder thing from the start, bro. All day. Yeah, go ahead, Doc. You want to say something?
Yeah, did I understand when you I was watching your interview with Ismail Salas? Did I understand him correctly? It sounded like he basically said that he wasn't there for Barthelomew's training camp at all.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he said.
For
He
that
came
last fight.
the day before. Yeah.
What's up with that, man? What is up with that?
You know what he said? He said Bartholomew had he had a bereavement and he was training Joe Joyce in England. So he told Bartholomew to come to England incidentally because he had a family problem. So that's why he trained apart. So he ended up that he started there the night before. I mean, Israel Sadik was upset.
Yeah, you know what made me think of that was when you talked about the knee brace and you were like, oh, I didn't know about his knee. Like, same thing there. It's like, oh, it would have been nice to know that, before the fight.
Yeah. And I think the translator made up stuff about his your fault. I think the translator, to be fair, I don't know what the translator, I don't know why they did that. It made it look like he was blaming him. And he was like, no. We talking about, when he meant his fault, he's like, listen. You could have came to England. I think he was talking about you should have came to England. You're gonna have to work. See, I don't think they finished the full translation of what the man was saying to him. And that's how you can manipulate someone if you don't speak English. I should have Daniel. See, this is the thing. Daniel should have been on the hangout because he.
Yeah. He gives us the real scoop. I always like.
Yeah. Daniel gives us the real scoop and stuff like that about what's been said and stuff like that. But other than that, man, it's just this Wilder thing. I'm glad to hear from Wilder. And you know what? If it was in London, I think Wilder would have came. But in Cardiff, he said, nah, fuck that. Bro, listen, ask Charlie. Hey, man, ain't going Cardiff, Down there it's freezing, And no one speak. Listen, they don't speak how me and Charlie speak. They have a whole new language. They speak completely different in Cardiff, man. That Joe Kazagi? They speak like that, man.
I don't know, because like I said, it ain't fitting.
Yeah, like Enzo and them.
Everybody knows Hearn's objective. Everybody knows White's objective. Everybody know the objective they had to getting him over there. Their purpose with getting Wilder over there. But it wasn't fitting Wilder's objective. He wanted to confront Joshua. He wanted to challenge Joshua. And that was not going to happen. I heard they beefed up security and everything else just for that man coming over there.
Yep.
I don't think it would have happened even if it was in London. If they would have set all those parameters for him coming to London, it still wouldn't have happened in my opinion.
Right now, to me, it feels like it's a battle of whose terms the fight's going to occur on. Yeah. They're both basically trying to take the position of it. This is going to happen on my terms.
Yeah. Listen, when you're a champion,
what's going to happen if the fight happens, it's going to happen in the UK. Let's not mistake that.
No.
Vegas.
No. It will happen in Vegas. Vegas, because of Vegas, you got the T-Mobile Arena. You can up the prices of the seats. When you're talking about in America, the fans in the UK, it's a trip and a holiday for us to go over because I'll be coming. Right in Vegas, remember you got to think about what happens after the fight. You can hang around the casinos, see the hoes and whatever. You know what I'm saying? See all the celebrities. Come on, man. Come on. London ain't got it like that, bro. London ain't no Vegas, England ain't no Vegas. There's nothing like Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a 24-hour city.
No hoes in London. Is that what you're saying?
like 24 hours. 24-hour. Listen, it's a money city. So you're going over there And like even people get gambling in the casinos, you know, then they say, okay, let's go to the fight. They go to the hotel, pure parties. Oh, come on. That's why, listen, Vegas, it'll be in Vegas, man. It'll be in Vegas.
But does this fight pack the T-Mobile Arena at this point?
Listen, every seat will be filled with a celebrity, right? It will be filled with celebrity. So every celebrity will be paying like, what's the max? $5,000 for even the seats in the bleachers. You know what I mean? And the pay-per-view, you could make the pay-per-view $100. Come on, man. You know people are gonna pay for this. Two undefeated heavyweight champions in their prime going at each other for the undisputed belt. Bro, come on, man. You know Eddie Hearn's a very good salesman. Oh, they'll sell that. $100,000 at least. Come on, it will go. It will go. In England, you can't make the pay-per-view any higher than 1995 because people have to pay also for the Sky. But in America, you could change that bullshit. That's why you go to America, because you'll maximize your money. England, you can only go to a certain thing, a cap. You know what I'm saying? So Vegas makes sense, in my opinion. I think you go Vegas.
This ain't $100 pay-per-view in the States. I think in the States, it'll probably be maybe like $60-something HD.
Nah, man, it's 100. You know why I say it's 100? Because the fight, it ain't gonna happen this year. It don't happen next year. It happened in 2020. They're both still undefeated, and people are salivating, starving. And in the meantime, they're knocking at all the contenders, all the so-called Millers, the Brazils, all of the guys, Parkers, all them guys are getting dealt with, and there's no one else left in the division about them two. Come on, man. 100, even 200 mil, 200 mil.
2 more years of this? Are you kidding me?
Why not? Let's keep it rolling. Keep this.
Yeah, that's true.
Why not?
I mean, it's gonna take something like that to happen if we're gonna wait 2 years for this fight to happen. Charge $100 for this fight, because right now this is at about a basic live event pay-per-view at about $60, $70 tops at stateside.
Well, remember, Mayweather.
How much was the Conor McGregor Mayweather pay-per-view?
$100.
That was 100. That was
okay. If that can do 100, then this will do. Yeah, I think it'll be a little less. A little less than that. A little less, like 90, 85, something like that.
You know why it should be $100? Because this one will guarantee excitement. This one will guarantee not a one-sided fight.
No, I know, I understand that, but you have to understand that. You have to understand, like you said, how low of priority boxing is over here.
No. This is what I'm talking about. By the time they build the damn thing, because this what it is. Wilder didn't want to come. Eddie Hearn getting upset. Oh, this that why didn't he come over?
But they still got it. They still have to. You're telling me they're going to equal the name power, the casual name drawing power of Mayweather and McGregor?
No, you know why? Because AJ comes over and beats up a couple of Americans and builds his profile in America. Wilder's over there talking shit. It gets national news. So the thing is, when AJ comes over, I start
is like Jarrell Miller, and that's the rumored fight for this summer. But outside of Jarrell Miller, what other American can he beat?
No, there's loads of Americans you can beat down, bro. And then you got
Brazil again.
Lennox Lewis, right? Lennox Lewis built his career in England, right? But all these mega fights, they're all in America, bro. And that's where all these mega fights, and the UK fans used to come over. This is what I'm saying to you. So when AJ goes to America, he ain't come back to England no more.
Lennox had Holyfields, he had Tyson's, he had all these big American names, household names.
Yeah, those are names that casual sports fans knew.
Yeah, but Wilder's still. This is what Wilder's doing. Wilder in respect, is startly grabbing after that Ortiz win. Wilder, listen, you all jumped on his back, bro. You have to. Now I would as well. I'm like, what Wilder did to Ortiz? This dude's legit, bro. He's fucking one. He would take you out, whether you like him or not. This man is great. He's the most. See about Triple G? Nah, Wilder and AJ are the most exciting fighters on the planet, bar none. There's no one more exciting than them two. No one's more exciting than them two. They bring it.
I was gonna say if for the next 2 years they continue to win and they keep nuking everybody, Then you might be onto something if they keep nuking everybody.
Now, but that's what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about of where we are, and Eddie Hearn keeps arguing, Wilder keeps arguing, and then people look about the back. Because you know, like if you look at WrestleMania 5 with Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, they had a year build up before that thing happened. So this is
the Mega Powers, They
had Miss Elizabeth, getting knocked out.
Yeah. You remember? So if you look at wrestling, So this is another situation. Eddie Hearn, he didn't want to come over. I didn't want to come over. And then you see it on Showtime or HBO. Maybe AJ goes to show. Maybe AJ goes to HBO. Oh mate, come on, the drama. AJ, look, he's a coward. He was on my network. He jumped off, bro. This it's got everything here, bro. It's got everything. Can Parker come in and ruin the apple card? Has Parker got enough to come in and ruin this? Hell no. Hell no, I don't know, man.
If they blurred out his belt, I would laugh so hard. Do you remember that? You remember that when Ric Flair went to WWF with the belt? And they blurred out the belt. He was saying he was the real champ.
Hey, listen, because no one cares about New Zealand, bro. No one cares about New Zealand. Who cares about New Zealand and Australia? Let them stay in their cricket and whatever they All Blacks or whatever they want to do. Look, I met Joseph Parker. He's a nice guy. But bruv, you and your team are too corny. Eddie Hearn, you know you want Eddie Hearn about. Eddie Hearn talking shit with Shelley Winkle or Eddie Hearn calling Shelley Winkle or Shelley Philly, whatever you want to call him, and Lou DiBella. Oh mate, Lou DiBella and Eddie Hearn in a press conference going at each other is gonna be hilarious. Oh, come on, man. The way they talk about each other, Wilder and AJ. You know AJ's gonna sit there quiet while Wilder's gonna be running up the mouth. The press conference is gonna be sick itself. And they're gonna probably do a world tour as well. They're gonna go around all the world countries. Well, so let's say the Western countries where they speak English probably, and they're gonna do a tour. Come on now, I'm just all I'm saying. It'll turn into a great event. What's the chat saying? Because the chat's popping off. Oh, what's up, Jamal? It's about marketing and good promotion. Wilder fight, good, but it didn't have to machine behind it. Yeah. Not right now, Jamal. It'll get better. Yeah. EJ trying to tell Americans about pay-per-view prices. This ain't made packed. Whatever, dog.
See, tried to tell you, EJ.
Hey, listen, man. I missed the chat and stuff. Listen, give me some more likes. I only got one extra like. I got 3 likes, man. That's ridiculous. You lot are being.
I thumbed you up. I thumbed it up, so I did my job.
And what the super chat? No one wants to donate to EJ Boxing Live's pocket. Give me some money.
He said, "Give me some money."
Hey, add me to the chat, bro. Add you to the chat. You're in the chat already. What are you talking about? What, the super chat? Do you have to add people to the super chat? How do you do the super chat?
I have no.
Now you guys got to press the dollar and then the money, and then you just put your money in and just pay me in it. That's your brother. Listen, pure entertainment tip. This is pure entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk about this thing forever. All I know is Wilder talked earlier on, and Wilder has basically stated his case of why he's not calling Cardiff World, and I can't but not agree with him. What's Jamal saying? Was in the car, so couldn't comment earlier, but yeah, you guys need to put some respect on on the body snatcher's name. Yeah, Jamal.
What's he talking? Oh, is he talking about us saying Ortiz would beat him up or whatever? Ortiz would beat him up. Ortiz punch him up.
You know what it is?
Ortiz doesn't last 8 rounds, if you ask me.
No, he's right now. He's right. You know, maybe we're underestimating Dillian, because Dillian's willing to fight anyone. Maybe he's right.
Dillian would go to sleep like Charlie Brown's asleep right now.
Yeah, man. God, you a joke, man. Maybe he's right. Maybe is Charlie sleeping?
Yeah, sounds like it.
He's snoring. Charlie, he's standing. Charlie. What's up, Dan?
Yo, why you call me a rat, EJ?
I call you a rat. Did I call you a rat?
Where did that come from?
What did I say?
Yeah. You called me a rat when I accidentally got booted off of here, man. Why I caught that, man? Why you call me a rat?
You got me there. Hey,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, why you call me a rat, homeboy?
Oh man, I don't think I did. I think it was someone else. I think it was.
No, that was you, EJ. No, bro. Why'd you call me a rat?
Hey, thanks for the $2 the donation. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. No. Okay, what was the subject that I call you a rat? Tell me what it was. What did I say?
You said, "Hey, where'd Dan go? Where'd Dan the rat go?"
That's horrible. I apologize. You're not a rat. You're a vermin. But anyway, no.
I just let you know I got good ears, bro. Nothing gets by me, homeboy.
I know. Rats usually do have good ears, but all I'm saying, I apologize.
Yeah, I got ears as big as a fucking rat and a cat. All right.
Hey, so. What I'm saying is this, right? Who's that? Umar? What's Umar saying? Eddie Hearn. What's Umar? Fuck Eddie Hearn. He's the real rat. Yeah, fucking cave dweller. Umar, man. Umar's always calling good. Umar, cave dweller, rat. Get out of here. Umar's always flaming up, bro. What up, Umar? Nah, man. Listen. Let me tell you something. Boxing's in the best way. All I say, should everyone in the communities, especially the different communities we have in this boxing thing, should everyone just come together and just talk it out? That's what I think. I don't think no one should be odds. You know what I mean?
This is the platform.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Good.
Right. I've been saying that for a long time now. Yeah. I've been saying that for months now. Y'all should just talk it out. Let's all get on the platform and just sell out to whatever differences we have. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The different. It isn't even a matter of having differences. It's a matter of it's not that serious, people. You know what I mean?
You know what? Jim Lampley said something a couple of years back that I totally agree with. And this is a rare time that I agree with Jim Lampley. Jim Lampley said, never fall in love with a fighter. And this is what we got going on right now. We got AJ lovers and we got Deontay Wilder lovers. Me, like I said, I don't fall in love with fighters. I only go by what I see. You understand? And right now you got two sets of fan bases that are clashing. And this is where this whole UK America thing comes from. And folks, this is boxing. It's boxing. It's a sport. After AJ and Deontay Wilder, another generation are going to have their two fighters, and they're going to be doing the exact same thing. Yeah, this is the platform for us to talk about this. We might not agree. We might not agree, but we ain't stepping in that ring either.
No, but you know, but you see the biggest
to settle debates like that, and this is what this platform is for us to settle debates like this.
Yeah, but listen to the thing, right? At least in the hangout, if I say who do you think's going to win, Charlie's already got AJ. I'm going to go Wilder right now because Wilder had a good performance, and then maybe I change my mind. But what happens in other people's hangouts? They're all on one side, and they're all just flaming up people who are not on their side. Okay, we've got.
That's because we're not using this platform, EJ. That's because we're not reaching out to each other. Well, you guys, let's put it like you guys.
You know what? I can't.
You guys aren't reaching out to each other on this platform. A lot of y'all have similar things that you.
We used to be friends though. We all used to be friends though. That we always they just didn't want to. We all used to be friends, but they for some reason they stopped in that dialogue. Mr. Hill, I'm gonna call you Mr. Hill because I can't pronounce your first name. I'm glad Wilder didn't go over there. Eddie Hearn just going to stall him out and try to put William White, William White or Deontay,
Dillian.
In his face. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you 100%. He was just trying to embarrass him, and that's long. You don't try to disrespect a man who's worked hard for it. So I'm not in. I agree with you 100%. Thanks for the donation as well. You're much appreciated. And listen to this, right? My channel, I'm gonna start a new kind of thing, especially 2&8. Right? Anyone wants to talk boxing about this stuff, you're welcome to jump in. I'm gonna drop it out. He did when T-Sheet, because T-Sheet, you know, thanks for coming on earlier on. He came on earlier on. You know, he was going through a difficult time as well. Like T-Sheet was on the chat earlier on, and a lot of guys came in from back in the days. Yeah. So when the link comes in, we'll bring other people in from the community, and we just all dialogue. And I don't mind if everyone's got different opinions, as long as everyone's respectful. And we're good, because at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? We're not all gonna like each other, but the community needs to grow, and the community needs to be respectful, and the community stop bullying. because that's what it is. In my opinion, other communities on this bullying thing and they're enjoying it. You know what I mean? But the same thing, when your guy goes down, you're embarrassed. Like if Wilder loses or AJ loses, I don't lose anything. Like, I'm not going to lose anything. I support both the guys.
Not paying us to watch these fights.
Come on,
EJ. Come on, EJ. Come clean. We all know you started it with that parliamentary procedure comment.
Yeah, but you see the Yo, what's up, Truth? Hey, Truth in his word. Yo, what up, Truth? I ain't seen Truth for a minute as well. Right? Yeah. Yeah, Truth. What's that?
You talking about Bo?
No, I'm talking about Truth in his word. The Truth. Oh, you talking about Truth in the back? I ain't see Bo for a minute either. So what's this, right? I went over there to discuss boxing, and then they just had this thing about it, yeah. Can we just get along? Exactly. Yeah, why can't we just get along? It's funny. When did I hear that line before? That's from a film. Can't we just get along?
Rodney King. That's Rodney King.
Rodney King. Oh man, you guys are funny. Yeah. That's a line, man. But this is the thing, right? We're gonna someone stop that.
You can tell me and Dan both live on the West Coast. We are right on that. Rodney King.
All right, what's this, right? So when you have a boxing debate, right, and this is what makes your hangout even great, is when you have people who disagree, so you can put your point across to the listeners, like, yo, no, I agree with him, no, I agree with him. But what you tend to have is all guys on the same thing, and they don't want to disagree with each other because they don't want to upset each other. And that is that true?
Boring. That shit is boring. I get nothing with people are boring than talking to people that I agree with everything on.
People and other communities because they don't see the same way, they don't see how they see it. Like, I agree with what some stuff they say, and some stuff I disagree. But you're not gonna make me hate Wilder. You're not gonna make me hate Wilder. That's never gonna happen. You're not gonna make me hate AJ. It's definitely
right. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm not gonna hate AJ either because of what the resentment they have towards him right now. I'm like, look, I like AJ. He's done some good things in the last 15 pro fights. He's doing the right things, but there are some things I do have to question. Just like I questioned Wilder when he became a champion. He started fighting his opposition. I'm like, dude, you're a champion. You ain't supposed to be fighting people like this, man. What are you doing? You know? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what's funny, though, those opponents start to turn out to be pretty decent opponents after he beat them. But still, though, despite the vitriol and all the toxicity that's going on, it's not going to make me hate a fighter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I can say Golovkin, for example. Yes, I criticized him, when everybody was hyping him up to be greater than Marvin Hagler, Bernard Hopkins, and all that. I still didn't hate the guy. I was like, look, when he does things right, when he start fighting better opponents, I'll give him credit when credit is due, and that's exactly what I did. I gave him credit when credit was due. I didn't hate the guy. I still give him props for what he's doing. So. Yeah, with that said, man, like the Jim Lampley quote.
Those fans are about the worst. Like I literally feel like I'm the only Golovkin fan that like criticized him and like Loeffler, etc.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm struggling to think of a Golovkin fan I heard anything like that from.
You're gonna get that, whether it's Golovkin, whether it's AJ, whether it's Lomachenko. You're gonna get. You're going to get that when people have these diehard fan bases. You can't tell them nothing wrong about that particular fighter. You can't tell them if it doesn't fall in line with what they believe about that fighter. You can't tell them nothing wrong about it.
No. It's like that's how it is with some of these. I would say diehard fans. I don't want to use the word fanboy, the term, too loosely now because. Here's the thing. One of them even admitted that he will not criticize his favorite fighter under any circumstances. That's not what boxing is supposed to be, man. It's supposed to be about neutrality and objectivity. That's what it's supposed to be. You can have a favorite fighter, but you have to criticize him when you have to criticize him. Don't be going around loops making excuses for the guy. And in turn, criticize another fighter that you oppose so much for the same reasons that you won't criticize your favorite fighter. You can't do that. You have to be neutral. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you can't convince the world people are going to be who they are, but you just don't let that change your character.
Silly me, I'm just the kind of fan that the boxers that I like or take a liking to. I want to see them tested You know what I mean? I want to see them up against it. I want to see them have to come through, you know, hard times in the ring. You know,
Absolutely.
but that's
the fight. I just want to see the fights. I want to see the best fighting the best. I want to see the fight. I don't care about how much money they making, because they ain't giving me shit to watch them fight. You understand? I just want to see the best fighting the best. Right now, I see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua as the best. Should Joshua get past Parker, I would like to see Wilder and Joshua. Should he get past Parker? But as far as anything else, I don't care about purse splits and all that. That's not me. I'm not at a business table with their promoters talking about, all right, this guy should get this guy should. That has no concern about me. They don't even know I fucking exist. All I know is when I sit in front of my television on a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday evening or whatever, if I'm streaming a fight in the UK that we can't get in the United States, I'm a fan at that moment of this sport. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir. Hey, Fox, send me a message and I'll send you a link to jump in.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of that money. So
send me a link, Truth, and you can jump in. The chat's popping off, man. You guys, it's good to have you guys over, man. It's good to have you guys over, man. Let's talk in this boxing.
I appreciate it, DJ.
Yeah, man. Let's do letting it loose. Yeah, I mean, the rap people been holding. Whose hangout is this? It's mine. Look at this low pitch. Mine.
Hey, EJ, doesn't Charlie Brown's Archie Moore avatar look a little bit like Marvin Hagler when you can't see it clearly?
Yeah, it doesn't. Where's the YouTube link? Oh, okay. Low place with the YouTube link. Let me give you 1 minute. Low place. Let me get a YouTube link.
Looks like Low Place is already in here.
Is he already here?
Yeah. How confused? You're already here, Low Place. You're already here.
He was a terrorist. He was a terrorist.
Yeah, then he gonna terrorize the hangout. Watch. He gonna fucking hijack it.
No, not Low Place hijack a hangout. When has that ever happened, Dan? Come on.
I'm about to watch eyes, man. What's going on?
Nah, not Low Place. Low Place is Low Place. Me and Low Place been talking for a minute. Hey, Low Place.
Why Deontay Wilder been a crybaby about making a plane trip and not fighting Dillian White?
You see that?
What's wrong with this man?
Well, no. He was talking earlier on. He explained the whole situation.
Yeah, I heard him being a crybaby. He was just like, but I just like, why you feeling all sorry for your 6'7" self, man? Go knock Dillian White teeth down his mouth, man. Go be a terror, bro. Don't terrorize the hangout, but you could terrorize boxing. You know, go terrorize boxing. What's wrong with knocking Dillian White out, man? He put up a good fight. He put up a good fight versus Joshua. He looked impressive the other night. Knock him out. Why not?
Yeah, that's a good point. I can't disagree.
I mean, if you don't knock him out, Joshua gonna try to knock him out again because he just lit the heavyweights on fire, man. He just put a man to sleep.
Would you clamor a rematch between Joshua and White?
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch. Just like I'll watch Joshua versus White right now.
Bro. So you're favoring it?
I'm favoring either one of them fighting the man. Yeah,
okay.
Either one of them can get it
I'd
right
answer
now.
Dan, I'd answer that question like this. Of course not, but I think he could get away with it, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not going to be interested, but it ain't going to matter. My disinterest isn't going to change the fact that it'll still draw. You'll still, you know what I mean?
I have
still make money.
AJ and Wilder. He could beat both of them.
I have zero interest in a Joshua White rematch. I mean, for what?
He can beat him, bro. You didn't see him wobble.
I agree.
He had
but I'm just saying.
He had one arm when he wobbled AJ, man. He was one arm, and he wobbled him.
White hasn't really looked quite impressive in his last. He hasn't looked as impressive in his last few fights after that.
He just put a man to sleep.
I mean, that classifies under I shoulda, I woulda, I coulda, but you didn't.
Yeah,
yo,
exactly.
he had one arm. He had one arm, bro. Like one arm when he fought him. Look, Dillian White would have beat the Takum that Joshua beat. Probably quicker. Probably could have beat him quicker. I think Dillian White.
Let's not start with the triangles, please. This never ends well. This never ends well.
Look, Why not fight the man? You get your biggest payday. He a top 10 heavyweight. Why not knock him out?
If Dillian White, that you really believe Dillian White could be Carl Stockholm, then he should have taken the Amir Mansour fight, which he ducked, by the way.
Why the fuck fight Mansour? What is Mansour doing? Dan, you can't duck somebody who just quit the other day. You gotta quit being this Mansour fanboy, man. Dude quit. Mansour quit, man.
What did Brown was on the chef for what? Almost 2 years before this man.
Yo, it was a mandated fight. Ain't his fault. Amir Mansour can't even get mandated because he busy quitting. Ain't my fault. He quit.
Dude, that doesn't miss the fact that he ducked the fight. Why are you making excuses? Dillian White ducked the fight, man. So if you really believe that,
do you see Mansour fighting Hellenius? Mansour out here fighting Hellenius level fighters? Nah, he not.
That's not the question. He fought.
I'm just asking.
Hellenius, Gerald Washington, Brazil. They're all kind of the same thing, man.
Cesaro, Mansour, same level. Look, end of the day, same level. Dillian White doing his part.
Hellenius is the hottest.
You just undermined your own point, please.
No. What I'm telling you, he's doing it. You just gonna nitpick a person? No, I'm not. I'm telling you, he's doing his part, and Amir Mansour ain't, bruh. And this man just fought a WBC.
No, you were implying that his competition was somehow significantly better. It's not really significantly better.
Hellenius is better. Hellenius is better than the quitter. Hellenius is better than that quitter, than that cruiserweight quitter.
So you give
Hellenius' best win, in my opinion, came against the same dude that Dillian White. I would rather see Dillian White rematch against, and that's Chisora.
Right.
Yeah, Steve Cunningham.
If he hadn't bit his tongue, it might have been Mansour that took that beating from Anthony Joshua, and not Brazil.
Exactly. But I will say this though: you give Dillian White full credit for beating Hellenius, but yet Johan Duhaupas knocked out Hellenius, the same guy you won't give Wilder credit for beating.
Hey, look, so, I'm not saying they're gonna be great. They fought him. How do I not give him credit for beating him? What do you mean? It's a simple victory then. It's a simple victory. It's a simple victory. This man's your mandatory. And you're saying you're not gonna fight him. He's offering you top money.
So you're retracting
I'm not retracting shit. I'm telling you, Dillian White looks strong and fast and hungry, and I want to see him fight.
But is Dillian White's competition better than Wilder?
I simply said Hellenius is better level than your fucking Amir Mansour, and you sitting up here telling me to give Wilder credit. What are you talking about? No, you knocked over your teapot. Man, Mansour done lost to Cunningham. He can't beat nobody at heavyweight. He's 77 years old, and he can't punch.
You dodging and ducking, bruh. I told you about doing.
That's Wilder dodging and ducking. That's Wilder dodging and ducking. Wilder won't fight is mandatory, but for his career high payday, and you sitting up here want to pick an argument with me. You don't want to see a heavyweight fight. You want to pick an argument instead of seeing a heavyweight fight. What's wrong with you?
What mandatory?
Dillian White's the #1 rated contender, and he's willing to pay you the most money.
He's not the mandatory yet, bro. The WBC has a mandate.
Okay. Let's play technicality. Let's play technicality.
With the exact same thing.
Let's play technicality. My man is the #1 rated guy, right? And he's willing to pay you the most money of everybody else in the top 15.
Whoa. Technicality.
Go knock him out.
That's like a 6 month, 9 month technicality, dude. That's almost a year.
That's
more than a technicality.
All right. So, career high payday is a career high payday technicality. How about that? And he ducking.
But it's a year away. You're missing the point. It's like a year away. It's a year away. How do you duck something that is? How do you
cancel his flight because he don't want to fight White? Hold on.
No, set it up. No, wait. You said duck.
You said duck. I'm gonna give him a rhyme he can use. I canceled my flight because I want to duck the fight with Dillian White.
Riddle me this. How do you duck a fight that hasn't even been presented or occurred yet?
Exactly.
How do you do that?
To the fans. Deontay Wilder's like to rhyme. Deontay Wilder likes to. I just heard this man say he's not gonna fight Dillian White. I just heard it out his own fucking mouth. He just said it.
When did he say that?
The Boxing Voice interview. The Boxing Voice interview.
No, he said he'll fight him under certain conditions, bro.
Yeah, he mentioned multiple conditions under which to fight.
I'm not gonna do what Eddie want me to do. I'm not gonna do what I'm not gonna take the man.
Yes, they're battling over terms. You say all kinds of things. You say all kinds of things. Obviously,
EJ, can I say something on your hand? EJ, can I say something on your hand? Look, my man Wilder like to rhyme, so I got one for him.
Oh God, here we go.
All right, here we go. I cancel my flight because I want to duck the fight with Dillian White. Bomb squad, that boy's a pussy. That boy's a clitorius. That boy don't want no problems.
What is this, like low place haiku? What?
Talking about, bruh? What? There's no offer that's been made. How can he duck a fight that has not yet been official and no offer's been made?
He canceled his flight because he don't want no smoke with Dillian White.
Dillian White just fought Saturday.
Oh, bro. Listen, he ready to go. He ready to. You act like Wilder fight every 3 months. Wilder only fight every 6 months. He only fight every 6 months.
That fight isn't going to happen for 9 months to a year. It isn't from right now. It isn't going to happen for 9 months to a year.
Why I gotta wait? Why?
Because it takes that long.
Why don't want to wait? Why I gotta wait? I've been waiting 40 fights. Why I gotta wait? Y'all supposed to. Y'all told me one day y'all telling me the heavyweight's supposed to get it so popping.
You have to wait because that's the nature of space and time, Lopez. I'm sorry. You'll have to go to like an astrophysicist if you want more detailed answers than that.
Let me ask you.
9 months, but y'all telling me the heavyweight's gonna take over. They're ready, but I gotta wait 9 months. Oh my God.
Go hit up Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Wait, why are you okay with Joshua taking his time on picking certain fights but not Wilder?
Because he's picking up a third title and you don't even know what you potentially picking up a third title and you don't even know what this guy's finna bring. Wilder and White have won their fights. We could go ahead and make another fight and then get it on. It's okay. It's okay. It's a good fucking fight. Dillian White is a competitor. He should be a top 5 heavyweight right now. I mean, it is what it is. You should fight him. That would be what would that be? You know, that'd be your first time fighting a prime one.
Deontay Wilder say, "Look, if they mandate."
The fight hasn't had a chance to not happen yet. The fight hasn't had a chance to not happen.
I gotta wait on the mandate. Deontay Wilder want me to wait on a mandate. He want me to wait on a mandate after 39 fights I didn't care nothing about. Fuck
He will negotiate the fight. He will negotiate long as he can meet on. He'll meet in the middle with certain terms. What is wrong with that?
Low place. Whoa.
They giving you $4 million.
No. Low place. How do you fail to show up to the Super Bowl in the middle of October? Explain that to me, and I'll agree to your point.
I'm worried about a Dillian White and Deontay Wilder. You're not gonna play this. Let's go to basketball.
No. There's no game here. How this shit works.
What month the Super Bowl happens in?
January. It happens in
White,
January. Okay, there's a little tip for you. So how can you fail to show up? How do you avoid something? How do you avoid? No. Yeah, how do you avoid something in October that isn't going to happen until January?
The man done canceled his flight because he's scared of Dillian White. That's what it is, bro. He was listening to Ruben Studdard. I'm flying wings. And then he heard Dillian White say, "I'm gonna be there." And he said, "No, I can't come. Cancel my ticket. I got to shoot for Wags of Atlanta."
Yeah, just like Joshua was scared of Ortiz. That's one thing. Number two, let me ask you this. If Deontay Wilder agrees, I'll fight your guy, but as long as you guarantee me the fight with Anthony Joshua, is that a fair?
Low place is just absolutely jazzed because he's got this new material.
You getting $4 million. Fight a top 10 fighter. Don't worry about what Anthony Joshua doing. Fuck Joshua. If he don't want to fight you, forget him.
I do agree. I do agree. Hang on. I do agree that Wilder should just focus on staying busy. I do agree with that.
If Joshua do this, Joshua and Dillian White ain't signed me.
Can you answer the question?
I didn't say if anything. I just said Wilder should focus on staying busy. Period. End up.
Yeah, I can Mr. Doctor.
Focus on staying busy. You know, left in the right in that fight. He might get knocked the fuck out. He's scared. He don't believe in himself. He don't believe.
A fair deal. What Wilder proposes.
Do you understand the Lopez? Do you wait? No. Dan, hang on. Lopez, do you understand the difference between saying what somebody should do and what you think they probably will or won't do? Do you understand the difference?
I understand $4 million and fighting the guy that's #1 rated and nothing more.
Dude, I told you he's got this new material, man. He's going to be on it for like a week.
Jesus Christ, man. Can you answer a simple question? Shit.
There it was. I don't have to talk about Joshua no more. It's two different men. I'm talking Joshua. I'm talking White Wilder. And I want to see that fight.
Give me a yes or no answer.
I want to see that. You see how hard Wilder is becoming to deal with? You got to give me this. Everything I say, I can use Joshua. Everything I can do. Hey, if Povetkin gonna fight me, if Joshua gonna fight me next. Now, I don't want to hear all that. I want to see you put your hands on somebody. Or get them going.
Question, bro. I'm telling you, this is a little chaotic with you, man. Is Deontay Wilder's deal fair? I'll fight Dillian White as long as Anthony Joshua's guaranteed to me after that fight. Why not? Is that a good deal? Yes or no? Is that fair? Is that a compromise?
All right. Only way I'm gonna pay my child support if I get Joshua next. Shut the fuck up. Fuck on with this shit, man.
Well, pay my child support.
That's what he's doing. See, y'all even laughing at his bullshit too, because you know it's bullshit. All you gotta do is worry about yourself.
That's quite the metaphor.
If you ain't interested in Deontay Wilder versus Dillian White, that's on you. I am. I don't need Joshua to be interested.
I didn't say I'm not interested. I said that I am a little more pragmatic than you, and I understand how time and space work. And I realize that Wilder can't duck a fight that hasn't been presented to him officially yet.
Well, maybe time and space work for AJ that he ain't got to fight him for 2-3 years. I don't know. I'm not with the time and space.
That might be.
I'm with to do it right now.
That might be, and I'm one of those people that I'm to the point where you know what? Quite frankly, if they both lost, I'd probably start busting up laughing at this joke. So I could care less.
It's some interesting shit, but anyways, low. Let me ask you something, man. Carl Froch, what do you think Carl Froch's opinion? His statement about Anthony Joshua allegedly disregarding Deontay Wilder. Do you think he's on point, or I'm sure you disagree with that?
Yeah, you don't want to. You got to burn him out. You burn out his batteries, man. He needs to.
Did he dry out your? Did we dry out your hangout?
Nah, he didn't dry out the hangout. The hangout's not dry. The chat's actually coming off. Truth actually, low places truly hate him. Yeah, I only ever see that in insecure people's. Oh no, I ain't gonna read that out. That's a bit hard. Man, the heavyweight division. That's what truth in his word says. You know what I mean? Hey, look, no place is a little emotional. Yeah. Look, no place is emotional about Wilder. He is, man. Like, listen, he's got his opinion. Like I said, man, I don't mind people got their. Hey, Fox. Hey, I think Lopez is Fairman Fox. Someone add Fox in if you can, innit? Fox, because he wanted to join. He followed me on Google, but for some reason I don't know how to add him in. So if you can add him in, I'll appreciate it. Yeah, man, it causes divided, but look over here, it's respectful though. You know what I mean? Lopez sees it that he should fight whoever Eddie Hearn says, and we disagree.
Yeah, I was only actually going. I only go at him over things like like this, where it's like, dude, the fight isn't even being presented by the WBC yet.
It's not only what Eddie Hearn say. If Povetkin, just out of nowhere, I'm gonna use Povetkin.
No. My point, Lopez, is your opinions don't bother me. It's when you try to warp the laws of physics and things like that.
I don't do that.
You just did. You tried to warp the laws of space and time.
I simply told you Deontay Wilder only fight every 6 months.
You know, but no. Before that, you were asserting that Wilder was ducking a fight that hasn't even been formally presented by the WBC.
I think he's afraid of Dillian White. I literally think he said, you know what? I wanted to be.
No. You didn't limit it to that, buddy. You said he was ducking.
Get this straight. You really believe Deontay Wilder is afraid of a guy who is?
This is the second time in a row. This is the second time in a row that he has had a huge purse with the same name, and he has acted like a damn diva.
He just called him on his Instagram. How's he afraid of him? He just called him on his Instagram a couple of days ago. How's he afraid of him?
Like I said, he's being a diva every time.
When did Dillian White go to the negotiation table with Deontay Wilder within this past 5 days?
The offer still. Eddie Hearn has told you the offer still stand.
I got a better question. Low place. Now I understand that styles make fights, and so the fact that Ortiz is, in my opinion, way more skilled than White, doesn't necessarily matter per se. But you're gonna have to break it down for me. Why in the heck would White be even as much of a proposition as Ortiz was, besides the fact that Ortiz was 76 years old?
There you go. You said it. Younger, hungrier. Yep.
Holy
gross oversimplification.
Styles make fights. I want to see the fight. If you think it's a joke fight, tell him go knock him out in a round. Hey,
no. What is it about White's style that's going to present issues that Ortiz didn't?
Snatching the body, my man. Anytime you throw, he try to change level and snatch your body. I want to see Wilder deal with that. I would love to see that.
He was a good body puncher. He couldn't get inside.
Okay, that's better. That's more like
good body like Dillian White. He don't. Sorry, let's not do that.
He usually does, but he couldn't because he was bothered by Wilder's height and reach, bruh. He couldn't get inside.
No. See, you just showed me your lack of understanding.
Get inside.
Wilder is a much larger target, so you go to the body more. That's no excuse. Ortiz got slow feet. Dillian White come, he cuts the distance.
Dan, in my opinion, Dan, actually, I thought that Ortiz was schooling him in terms of the jab battle for most of the fight.
He was. But at the same time, he couldn't really get inside because he was, Wilder would find a way to
you're just talking about the dimensions. You're talking about the dimensions. I get you. Okay.
Exactly. So
you act like Ortiz is aggressive. Ortiz ain't aggressive. He don't go to body. Look at the Malik Scott fight. He don't go to body. Don't tell me that.
Robert Lanius doesn't possess the athleticism or the quickness like Deontay Wilder. And Dillian White.
Go knock him out. Go knock him out. That's all you gotta do.
What makes you think that Dillian White would have much success against Deontay Wilder when he didn't have no success against Robert Lanius?
I don't want to think. All you gotta do is go knock him out. You a boxer. You are a fighter. You are a prize fighter. He is giving you a big prize.
See, now we're getting to the bottom of it. Basically, what you're saying, Low Place, is you're trolling.
I'm telling you, I want to see the fight, and he's made the fight in 2 different ways. He's become the #1 man.
Low Place trying to instigate.
He's trolling, or he just wants to see Wilder lose. It's either or.
So
he wants to see Wilder lose. That's all it is. He wants to apply that.
I'm not asking the man to fight with his hands behind his back. I'm asking him to fight a damn fighter. Why would what the fuck? I'm asking him to fight. Do you think I care if he win or lose? I don't give a damn. None of these men win or lose.
No. Whoa. Low Place. I have no issue with any of that. I only took issue when you asserted, which you did earlier, that Wilder is already ducking a fight that hasn't even been presented or scheduled yet.
He canceled that flight because he don't want no smoke with Dillian White. That's the best round.
See, I told you. Dan, just be ready for like at least a week of that kind of the White and fight and fight. Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, what's up, PNC?
Your boy Dillian White. Your boy Dillian.
Hey, PMC, T's flaming out Wilder. I know he's a nerd.
Yeah, but we all know he's a hater, man. You know, T.
Yeah, PNC, get this, PNC. He's trying to say that Wilder is ducking a fight that hasn't even been officially presented, mandated, scheduled, And even when it is, which it will be, it'll be like 9 months, probably almost a year before it happens. But somehow Wilder's already ducking.
Why they
because of a flight?
4 months. Why can't they do it?
All because flight rhymes with white and fight. Congratulations.
Yo, T wouldn't be T if he wasn't saying something controversial, man. You know.
Oh, for sure.
No, that's a lot.
That's why he's here.
You know that's his style, man. Just let him ride.
No, it sounds like a defense mechanism to me. I'm asking the man to be a prize fighter and go knock a motherfucker out. I mean, I'm not asking for much.
You know what I was thinking? I would have gone over there to England and slapped Dillian in the face as soon as he stepped up to me.
So why is he doing it? Why ain't he doing it?
PMC, you think he should have gone over PMC?
You know what? He ain't got to play no games, man. You know, Anthony Joshua don't want it. He said it, man. And like I said, Carl Frock called him out. And I said that last year, man, over the summer. I was like, it's all right, man. Pretty soon, people going to start turning on him. You know what I'm saying? So, it's everybody get a wind of it, man.
How much you reckon they were going to pay him, EJ?
You want to know what else Carl Frock's done?
Okay, money. Okay.
Do you know
what, 50 grand or something?
Carl Frock is a predator, man. I ain't saying he a nice dude or nothing like that. He don't know somebody's side.
What else he done? You want to know what else he done?
They don't call him.
You want to know what else he done? Carl Frock ducked the mandatory, named Adonis Stevenson in order to fight a man. Hold on.
Oh wow! He finally found a way to work Adonis in. Like magic.
Hold your horses. Hold your horses. He ducked the mandatory to go fight a man that would go on to do gay porn. Whoa, Doc. Hold on, Doc.
You didn't even know who Stevenson was, man.
No. So it ain't about Stevenson. Don't get in your feelings.
You brought Stevenson up, so how's it not about Stevenson?
Dude, listen to what he done. If you wait a fucking second, okay, one, give me two, give me four. Just hold the fuck on. Don't get in your feelings about Adonis dicking you down or whatever. Hold the fuck on. All right. Carl Froch ducked the mandatory. I won't say the name so you won't get all in your heart. To go fight a man who would later go do gay porn. So everything Carl Froch has done in his life, y'all just don't sit up here and act like he know what's up and everything. No, you ducked the girl as well too, bro.
What's up with you in these costumes and shit, man? You know
I'm telling the truth. That motherfucker went and fought a nigga that did gay porn. That got a train ran on him. He fought a man that got a train ran on him.
Wait, hold up. Hold up, BNC, hold up.
Speaking of trains,
but at the same time, when he gonna mention avoiding somebody, don't you dare! You did the worst avoidance of all time.
Wait, hold up. So Stevenson was the IBF mandatory, right? Correct? Was he?
For a whole year.
So he fought you. Wait, hold up. So he fought you. You said
this ain't about Adonis. You see, want to talk about
Hold up. So he fought Yusuf Mack, right? Defend his title. Did Carl Froch vacate his title after Yusuf Mack? Did he? No, he did not.
He petitioned the WBA to let him fight a fake mandatory with Kessler.
I thought it was the IBF.
Yeah, no, the WBA.
Really? Wait a minute, hold up. Carl Froch had the WBA title after he beat Kessler. What are you talking about?
But he got the IBF off of.
There you go. He petitioned the WBA to let him fight a fake mandatory so he could supersede his a fake unification with Andre Ward's belt. So
wait. Hang on. The IBF doesn't let you out of mandatories like that.
Exactly.
They did it for him. And then he retired so he didn't have to fight again as well.
Wait, hold up. Because I'm trying to figure this out. Because how could he duck Stevenson when Carl Froch was still able to keep his titles? How did he do? I don't understand that.
He was not the mandatory until the Kessler fight. Carl Froch went in and told Stevenson, "You're not getting the fight, or I drop my belt." Stevenson wanted to fight Froch. He didn't care about the belt.
Wait, for the WBA?
Hold on. He literally does IBF. IBF, quit trying to confuse it and get to work. Just sit there and get to work. If you're going to ask the question, sit there and get to work.
Wait. How was he able to keep
So Froch said he was willing to drop his belts, one or more of them. Is that are you saying that, you know, to make your point, or is that like a literal thing you're saying?
He petitioned. No, I got a mouthful of food. Hold on.
Oh, man, it doesn't make any sense.
To the wild thing.
Okay. Well, it doesn't make any sense.
Because y'all mad that motherfucker didn't fight him.
Let's move on to the wild.
No, it doesn't make no sense because Charles Froch would have vacated his title if he didn't want to fight Stevenson.
He's right.
So how was he able to keep his title?
Move on to the wild thing, man.
Okay. All right, let's move on.
Let's talk about Anthony Joshua dropping his belt because he got Alexander Povetkin and Kubrat Pulev on the.
Let's see it. Let's see if he do it. If he do it, he do it. You know what?
Yeah, he was almost going to give up the DB. He was almost going to give up his WBA because of Ortiz.
Yo, check this out.
Kubrat Pulev is still like, you know, he's still active. When was the last time Pulev fought now? Has it been like 2 years?
It's been about 2 years since Pulev fought.
He's going to fight Brazil, bro.
It seems like 10 years, doesn't it?
He's going to fight Brazil.
It's a top 5 light heavyweight. I mean, top 5 heavyweight. The Wilder didn't never try to fight. That's all I'm saying. Let's be honest.
Pulev?
We always ask Wilder to fight the top 5, and why haven't you?
Oh,
and they're saying they're not good enough. I don't get it. Look, I don't be honest. Let's just say it. Just say it like Homeboy did. Old boy on here told the truth. He stood up here and he didn't discredit nobody. He said the only fight he really cared about is Wilder Joshua. I mean, one day y'all say fight top 5, next day fighting top 5 ain't no good. Be honest, like what's his name, Tavares did. So that's the only fight.
That's what we didn't dismiss. Stop hating.
We're not dismissing it. Your problem is that you want him to fight White with no strings attached. That's what you want.
Dog, you are a prize fighter. You are getting 4 million strings attached to you. If that ain't good enough for you, I don't give a damn about no other string you asking for, bro. You hold on. You think hold on. You think
Hold on. Here's the problem with I'm not gonna say the problem. Here's why I disagree with.
Who else got strings?
Hold on. Let me finish. You're asking Deontay Wilder to fight another top 5, top 10, top 5. Yeah, I'll say top 10 because I don't rank White in the top 5. That's just me. But you're asking him to fight a top 10 fighter, which is cool. It's fine. I'm good with that. But I have a problem for the simple fact no matter I don't see a top 10 fighter on White's resume anywhere.
No.
It's going to be Deontay Wilder. It's going to be Deontay Wilder. That's why they should fight. Anthony Joshua is on his resume.
So it's got to be
Anthony Joshua is on his resume, bro. What are you talking about?
He beat him.
That happens. That happens when you take the fight you're supposed to take.
Saying that,
entertaining stuff, man. Entertaining stuff. I did a hypothetical, man. I did a hypothetical on my last video. I was like, man, what if the WBC, pulls something on Dillian? You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't named him the mandatory yet. But a lot of people are calling for that Luis Ortiz rematch. But what if they did this? Well, what if they did this now? What if they say, hey, Dillian, in order to get the ` mandatory, you got to fight Luis Ortiz.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I was like, man, that'd be cold. Because
I'll tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me. Nothing they do would surprise me.
Guess who's behind Luis Ortiz? Guess who's behind Luis Ortiz? Povetkin, man.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, that would be a good fight.
One in the WBO.
Who would complain about that fight? Ortiz and White.
He is. Povetkin's the one in the WBO, and that's why Parker had to fight because he knew Povetkin was right on his heels.
Yeah, he's WBA too.
Yeah. They have to fight each other. Dillian will take the fight. Dillian will take the fight against Ortiz. He will take it. You know what I mean?
He don't have to. He don't have to, or he'll get moved. He don't have to.
Fights Povetkin.
He'll have to, or he get moved. He'll have to fight Ortiz, or he'll get moved.
Yeah, he will.
WBC mandated. But if I'm Wilder,
guess what? Hey, I forgot this one point. Guess what? On the Boxing Voice, Wilder said that. I was like, damn, this is what they plan to do. I was like, because they want to give Eddie Hearn his comeuppance. Because Wilder said, I'll fight Dillian if he fight Luis Ortiz. I was like, I'll fight the winner out of Dillian Luis Ortiz. If the WBA or WBC ordered Dillian to fight Luis Ortiz, he beat Luis Ortiz, I'll fight him. That's exactly what he said.
Guess what happened to Wilder then? Guess what happened though? Then you'll just see Eddie Hearn say we can freeze out Ortiz and Wilder, and he'll just make the rematch of Joshua White.
Take the fight
if he wanted to, he could. If he wanted to, he could. I'm just telling you. And plus, and another thing, $4 million could be going out of.
Oh my God! It would be nuclear war on YouTube.
So worried about, are you a financial advisor or something? I don't know why you so worried about.
No. You just played a trump card that Wilder might try to play, and I'm trying to tell you, when he is not the trump, you don't play trump cards, because Dillian White's connected to the ultimate trump card, and they probably just say fuck mandatories. We'll make an in-house fight, UK fight, and the guys you just mentioned would be left out. I'm not telling you. I'm just looking at the moves you're saying and telling you how easy they are to jump over.
That's fine with him too, because he say he don't fight peasants, so it's okay with him.
All I know is either way, Wilder might be risking a $4 million person. You're a prize fighter, bro. Why would you do that? You're a prize fighter. Like, at the end of the day, you're a prize fighter.
Fighting for money. He say he fighting for legacy.
Okay, all right. Well, Dillian White's a top 5 heavyweight. That's a good legacy starter. That's a good legacy starter, bro.
Stop playing, man.
Okay, so top 5 fighters aren't reputable no more. I don't get it, bro. Like, I don't get it.
White would be better than. White would probably be easily the third best fighter Wilder spot, third or fourth easily.
Possibly second. First and second.
He's not as good as Ortiz.
He's much younger. He can go prove way more.
I don't give a shit right now.
Well, he's not as proven yet as Ortiz, but I mean, when it actually comes down to it, he may theoretically be able to turn out better than him. It all depends. It all remains to be seen. But yeah, he's not as good as him in so far as having proven it in the past.
Can I make a point?
He's a better long-term prospect for sure.
Can I make a point about everybody saying like y'all keep not whoever it is saying it, I don't know exactly who it was. They keep saying that Wilder should have a string attached to his next opponent. Bro, it's so many fighters fighting. Lara and Hearn are fighting tough fights. They don't have some string promising them a bigger blessing at the they're getting it in. Like I want to use the hold on, please. I want to use the 115 pounders like Nauta's guys. My boy Chocolito, Kit Kat didn't have no string attached to, you get to fight God next. No, they got it in because that's what you do.
Yeah, he did.
No. He didn't have a guide next. He had a tough fight.
It was a fight.
He didn't have anything contractually mandated, is what he's saying. He didn't have any.
They had a plan for him to fight.
If you beat this guy, you get him to fight. You get to fight.
Yeah. Look at Adonis. What do they have next? They don't have a guide next.
So the super fight tournament was informal.
Fuck out of here, man. Go do your work, big boy, or go to
AJ. When AJ beat, who did AJ beat? Klitschko was next. They knew Klitschko was going to be next. It was obligated to fight Klitschko next, and that's the what you're talking about. So why can't
they signed the fight? Every fight not going to be that way. Don't cry about it. Every fight ain't that way, bro.
Listen, Wilder's put himself in a place. He's a champion, and he earns the respect. The way they treated him. Listen, the way they treat Wilder, they disrespect him. He came over the last time, they ignored him. Eddie Hearn ain't trying to put he ain't trying to say he put no AJ in nothing. So
done him up like Hagler. That's kind of funny. I didn't realize that, man.
Trying to ban him up. So that's what it is. Wilder's only protecting he's protecting his brand. He ain't going over to get punked. You know what I mean? Get frustrated in Cardiff. That ain't happening. He'll watch on TV.
AJ gonna mention Tyson Fury again, and not him.
Listen, and the UK can do what you want, right? But we know we have to go to America. We have to go to America because America. Like when you go to America, look, we're big over here already.
Why is truth in the comment section, not on the video, man?
EJ? I don't know. EJ, boxing wise, America's a wasteland right now.
Nah, it's not. Not for the heavyweights, bro. When the heavyweights come, the heavyweights bring the circle. When the circles come,
I'm saying like right this second. It might be improving, but it's still overall it's still a wasteland, man.
Listen to Hitman Boxing. Wilder needs to go to the UK.
There's a reason why Inoue ain't clamoring to just fucking fight in the US after fight after fight after fight. You know what I mean? It's there's plenty of money to be made elsewhere, just like what Joshua has in the UK.
Well, I don't know about that, man. America's still the
well, I do know about that, and that's what it is.
Those Japan promoters pay, man. I know that. I don't know the specifics, but I know that they're notorious for paying.
And that's a similar situation as with Joshua. Joshua don't have to go nowhere, man. He fucking make as much money as he fucking feels like in the UK.
I mean, it's a couple of divisions like that. There's a couple of divisions. You look at the smaller weight classes; they can stay in Japan their whole career. You look at, look at light heavyweight. Not too long ago, you go to Canada, you're getting paid. Right now, it's the heavyweight division. You go to
cruiserweight. It's all
European. Cruiserweight. You go to Germany or something like that as a cruiserweight right now, you're getting paid.
Yo, low place. Add truth in the Canada. Add Fox.
I don't know how to do that stuff, but at the end of the day, truth, I don't hate your guy, bro. I'm the only one that literally looked at the sanctioning body and told him to petition to get the fight any way he could. Nobody else had this idea for him. I'm just telling you, you a prize fighter. $4 million ain't a prize that everybody gets, bro. You got a chance to knock out a guy that you think is easy work. For $4 million, I agree with Hitman Boxing. He says Wilder needs to go to the UK, fight White, knock his ass out in front of his friends and family. That's the way. Fuck it. Fuck it, bro. How is that hate, bro? I just literally told you everybody got tough fights coming up. They don't have no great prize attached to their next fight. What the fuck make him special? Nothing.
Heavyweight champion. That's why he
please. Yeah. Please. Bermain Stavern was a heavyweight champion. He didn't have no fucking nothing attached to him. He didn't have nothing attached. Parker was a heavyweight champion. Parker didn't have no agreement after his next fight that he was going to get a great fight. No, you're not special, bro. You're not fucking retarded. You're not going into special classes, bro. Get it like a man out here or sit your whole ass down. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. Stay in Alabama. You know what I mean? Stay in Alabama. You want to punk around? Stay in Alabama. Lanky, sorry ass. If that's what you want to do, you want all these grown men to cry for you, go on fucking Wags of Atlanta and ask them to. They watching? Fuck that shit, man.
Oh, so
fucking with that crybaby. Fucking with no grown ass crybaby.
Man, that's a serious rank.
You can add add Anthony Joshua's name to that rant, man.
Hey, he's fighting the 3-belt unification.
So
Saturday.
say what you said again, man.
See where he goes. We'll get to see where he goes from here on the 3-belt unification. That's all. After that, that's all we get to see. All I can tell you is Deontay Wilder, you may not be able to wait on his yes or no. I'm not going to lose my voice screaming at a man that got too much fucking power when I could be telling a man that's a prize fighter, bro, just go knock all the prizes down, get your career high payday, and what you want gonna come. And if it don't, then fuck Anthony Joshua. Keep doing you. Your resume and everything will be great without him. But you scared to do that, it look like.
I'm glad you ain't no manager, bro. You run someone's career to the ground.
Yeah. See, that's how much belief you have in Wilder. You believe if he fights these guys, he won't be successful. So why should I even care about this super
fight?
Why don't you
prove yourself? Hey, listen. Hey, Saturday come, AJ gonna prove himself some more. All they're doing, they're building the bricks to a mega fight. All right, I'm telling you, the fight gonna generate like at least about 200 mil. 200 mil, easy. You know what I mean? The pay-per-views, they're gonna charge 100 mil to watch. They're gonna charge $100 to watch it, man. It's gonna be worth it as well. You gonna get every cent back, every money back, man. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's gonna be big, man. Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson is on the way right here, bro. Big mega fight. Big mega fight, man. What's the truth saying? Anyways, anyone else got anything to say, or you guys all maxed out?
Man, I'm good. I could go, man. I can keep going, man. I do this shit with my.
Hey, Jarrell Miller is coming for all those belts. Motherfuckers better watch that. That's all I'm saying.
EJ's favorite heavyweight.
hey, I tell you this. I bet you Jarrell Miller will fight White for $4 million now. I bet you he wouldn't even blink.
Dillian won't fight anyone. It's not a problem with Dillian. Dillian won't fight anyone. But the thing is, right now, it's like AJ. The big talk is, and let's be honest, the way they try to disrespect Wilder want to come in there, get in the ring, and challenge AJ, and they wouldn't let it happen. It's like when if you look at this, Triple G wanted to challenge Canelo, and they wouldn't even let Triple G get in the ring. They let Triple G get in the ring the first time, but they wouldn't let him get nowhere near Canelo. Only when they realized that they had to make that fight. You know what I
It's
mean?
a negotiation tactic. They don't want to give you free press, so you come back and say, look, I'm just as popular as you now because you made, so give me 60, 40, and you take the 40. You know, they don't want to do that. I understand that. That's why it's a business. I'm not saying it's best for the fans, but at the end of the day, what's best for the fans is just making fight. And I believe the fight's going to happen whether they look each other in the eye or not.
Everyone knows who Wilder is. What are you talking about? Free publicity.
Nah, they don't. No. I mean, he would get mass press. Wilder would get mass press after that. All right, and it might go to his head. My man might come in and say, man, for that free promotion you gave me, I need 10, 15 extra %. And Eddie Hearn fucked himself. You know, that would be a kick in your own ass. That ain't what you're here to do, man. That ain't what you're here to do. Look at the time Tyson Fury jumped in Wilder's ring after Wilder's. You don't remember how pissed Floyd was when Shane came in his ring? Millions of viewers buying, and Shane comes in unannounced. This ain't for you. I'm not here to promote you. You're not signed to me.
Why had no problem with Fury getting in the ring? So
that's what I was gonna say. How'd we jump from Fury jumping in the ring to Floyd?
No. But listen to what I'm saying. Fury stole Wilder's moment and didn't even fight him, and he is hiding away right now, still popular because of moments like that.
What fight was that? Was that Spilker fight?
Yes, he knocked the man clean out cold, broke his neck.
He didn't steal that moment. Spilker finished.
Man, he came in there, and Wilder had to think of a line like, "I baptize you," and everybody was like, "Okay, we gonna give him that."
Everybody was loving that, man. Stop hating, man.
No. That's the point. If
you're talking a Spilker fight, the only thing
Listen to what I'm saying. Fury ran away with that. Fury left and hasn't done a thing since. Why you doing all the work?
You let the guy speak. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, if you're talking the Spilker fight, the only thing that stole that moment in the Spilker fight was everybody thinking that Spilker was dead.
No.
Yeah. Thank you.
That was the moment. That was the moment when it happened.
Still talking about the knockout. I don't even think about people remember. See, people didn't even remember.
So you really gonna tell me that Fury didn't get in the
It was
ring?
that uppercut on the inside that died on Spilker.
That Spilker thing. I thought I saw a murder on TV.
You did. You found out he was okay, and Fury got in that ring, and it was all about, okay, promote myself. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna go do coke after this. I'm still gonna be popular.
I know Fanfare was looking to steal Spilker's chick. I know that.
He was right there to console her. That's right. That wasn't
yeah, with the shades.
yeah. That's right. Yeah.
He was like, how is he 5'11" and he a heavyweight? And I'm only a fucking light heavyweight, and I'm taller than this bitch. You ought to fuck with a real man. And he sleep. Yeah, he took his bitch that night. He fucked shit out of her. He fucked the Polish out that place.
His girl, yeah, from far took his girl. He woke up saying, well, Wilder don't hit that hard. Yeah, well. Right.
Well spotted, Downer. Well spotted.
Hey, no, please. You better behave yourself. You might get Spilker. The way you be talking,
man, I'm just trying to get Wilder to go out and be what he need to be. He need to be destructive, man. You need to fight more than.
You're helping him out.
I mean, can we all agree he should probably be fighting more than every 6 months?
Can
we all agree?
No, the champion fight 2 times a year.
Oh my God, bro.
Wilder wasn't crying when Fury got in the ring. He challenged. He was willing to face.
That's not my point. PNC, that's not my point.
Unlike Joshua, man.
Yeah, that's not my point, though. All I'm saying is,
you know what? Wilder knew what was up anyway because what's his name said, "Oh no, everything's cool." He talked to the promoter, Fury. He said, "Oh, everything's cool, and then he gave Wilder dap before he even got into all that. So y'all missed that. Go back and watch the film.
Point. That is not my point. My point is simply this. It's your moment. Hold on. Let me reply to him, please. Let me reply to him, please. It said, it's your moment. You just got the knockout of your life. your moment, and this man who comes in, who's not doing any heavy lifting and hasn't done none a little before. I think it was
all that, man.
hold on. It was a year ago.
All the press conferences and stuff like that. Then he got the post press conference.
Hold on, bro. Let me reply to you. I'll let you go. See, you messing my thought up. All I'm simply trying to tell you is the man that's doing no heavy lifting is still just as popular as Wilder because you got to steal his moment, bro. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tyson Fury come back and steal his fight. See, y'all want Joshua just to get this man a pat on the back and advance. So no, it ain't gonna work like that, man. That's smart. To be honest with you, Wilder let that shit happen. But we know Al Heyman a stupid ass dude. Y'all done seen him. Y'all seen it in effect. Y'all know Al Heyman stupid.
Al Heyman stupid.
Yeah, he been fucking up. He been fucking up here lately. He been fucking up.
Al Heyman's is categorically stupid.
that motherfucker out here fucking up, man. Al Heyman took a great idea and killed it. He didn't put none of his welterweights. Just flat out got everybody paid and lost a lot of fans in the process. Now everybody back on Showtime. I don't believe Al Heyman is a good thing for the sport at the moment. Just being honest. He's making good fights now, but that's because he has to.
The PBC are connected though, so I don't know what you're talking about, man. You know what I mean? They go hand in hand. They hold together.
Doesn't Al Heyman have like an Ivy League education and shit?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, in the sport of boxing, I get it. Maybe very book smart, but in the sport of boxing, he just don't connect, man.
So what's his product? What is he selling?
Look, I wouldn't be surprised a year from now you didn't see PBC Showtime. It would just be Showtime Championship Boxing, not presented by Premier Boxing.
What is his job?
My man got a. All right, look, my man got a Fox headline. You know who and it's coming up. You know who the main event is? Josecito Lopez. That's all I got to say. We done. It's nothing else to say, bro. Man, you got Earl Spence on. You have Earl Spence on your roster. You got all these fighters.
He got Riverside Rocky in the main event. Are you shitting me?
No, see, now do you believe it when I say Al Heyman? I ain't got time to explain it. It's there. The proof in the pudding. Look at Deontay Wilder, biggest puncher in boxing, heavyweight champion. This motherfucker sitting out here begging because Al Heyman.
If you just sit back, take your time,
listen, man.
Look at Showtime's lineup right now, currently, as far as fighting.
Steven Espinosa, bro.
And you compare it to
Al Heyman
right now.
Let him finish.
Line up to HBO's right now.
He let you finish.
You really can say that.
I don't think you want to hear that. Say that again one time to make him hear that.
If you compare Showtime's lineup of fights they have coming for the rest of what they have planned so far, and you look at what HBO has, HBO was dominant for years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you look at Showtime, which just about all these fighters, if not all these fighters, are Al Heyman fighters, and you look at what HBO has on their lineup right now, currently.
I get it.
It's not just HBO. You can't just compare it to HBO though. You have to compare it to ESPN also.
Yeah, look, but my point, but you gotta understand, you're not talking about Al Heyman no more.
You do because
you're talking about Steven Espinosa, bro. Espinosa, hold on. Espinosa got the promotion. Al Heyman didn't get some kind of promotion. His series got canned just about. Espinosa got promoted up the ranks even higher this year. So you're right. I agree with you. Showtime kicking ass. I love it. But it's Espinosa. He had to save Al. Al was out there drowning.
But all those fighters, Al Heyman fighters that are headlining.
And a lot of them been inactive fighters because of Al Heyman. Until Espinosa said, "I got you." It just is what it is, bro. That's it's sad. I wish Al Heyman was better, but I'm not finna sit up here and lie. I mean,
it's because of Al Heyman. Showtime is stacked.
Signing them. Yes, signing them was Al Heyman.
How many times we seen fighters sit on the shelves because promoters couldn't get them no
signing them, and stuff like that. What is his job? Signing them is a good move, but when I'm looking at the whole of what he could have had, network, I'm talking about better networks than Showtime. You could have had 5-6 million people watching your guys a night, even more.
Man, I did a video up on this, man. I did a video up on this. Y'all should watch it, man. When I talk about what was that? Fresh. Remember that movie Fresh?
Yeah.
When he was talking about you remember that movie how he played chess with his dad and stuff like that, and he was teaching him about life. and how you implement what he was learning from chess and what he had to do, you know, to get himself out of the city and out the to survive, right?
Yeah.
What makes you think this dude ain't playing chess? For one, his job is premier boxing champions, right? So what is his job? To get his guys paid, right? And what does he get?
I'm not interested in this chess game.
He gets a piece of what his guys get paid. He got to raise their.
That don't make him smart. That don't make him smart. That just make a man that getting himself
bro.
I'm saying he had a network where his guys could have been seen by 14
For
million
all we
people
know, the whole network platform was just to get his guys some more viewership. You know what I'm saying? To boost their.
Bro, come on.
Because he took. Remember he used HBO. Remember it was HBO, man.
Well, I mean, still begging.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Go.
Yeah.
Nobody else finishing though. Nobody else finishing.
Dude, man, you been talking since I've been on this darn thing. You ain't stopped yet.
Go ahead, but nobody else is finishing. You finish, and then somebody says something to
I
go
wasn't
with
even
your argument. Then you go in. Go ahead.
Finish. So how did he get started, man? How did you gotta think about how he got started? He got started with what? Using Golden Boy promotion and HBO. He signed up all those fighters.
Before that, it was in the music business.
Right. So then Showtime come around. Now who's to say that he wasn't making a deal with Showtime, and Showtime was like, you know what, we don't like this deal, you know, and so he does what? He moves it over. It's like, okay, we'll go to the free platform. I get a whole stack of money. I keep all my fighters busy while we renegotiate with Showtime, because Showtime probably thinks like, damn, I mean, these fighters that nobody even know them. You know what I'm saying? So now, after the PBC series, after that was getting hot, people started like, the numbers were there, man. He was doing great numbers with Keith Thurman and everything like that. Now, yeah, all these fighters that are known, and he's shifting right back over to Showtime. So look, Showtime, look what I got right here. You know, he's got all these great fighters right here. Just stack the deck. And that's what he did. They stacked the deck for the whole first 6 months. He's like, man, the first 6 months is premier boxing champions with Showtime boxing. You know what I'm saying? He still got his product. He still got his product.
Lupus don't get that one. That's all right, Lupus.
No, but the only thing though is it's kind of the way it seems to me at the very least is like that it being on Showtime slightly waters it down, because it's almost like there's no differentiation between what PBC was supposed to be, which was standalone, compared to what Showtime Championship Boxing is.
Exactly. My man failed, and he's still trying to hang on, and hopefully he gets smarter while he's hanging on. I wish him the best, but at the end of the day.
Yeah, but you got everybody following what he's doing and doing. You got Bob Arum.
Well, the fact that you might see them do, like Pacquiao was on there, you might see them do it a little better. I don't know. Maybe it just don't work at all. Maybe it don't work at all.
It's follow the leader. So everybody was talking about it.
All I know. See that when I say I can't finish, that's what I mean. All I know is Deontay Wilder was my man's big prize, and that method that he has still has him out here begging. He's only 32, and he only fights every 6 months. And sometimes he only fight 3 rounds in a fight, and they don't put him back in the ring. If you believe that's smart, hey, that's on you. Me personally, there's a lot lacking, bro. This man has former fighters of the year. Hold on 1 second. This man has former fighter of the year winners that fight 1 time a fucking year. If that's smart and great to you, hey, you can have it, bro.
I mean, it's smart from the standpoint of the fighter in terms of the fact that they're making a lot of money for a relatively low risk, by and large.
Okay, so how many times do champions fight a year?
I mean, really, it should be 3 at least.
Which ones you talking about? I can point to you.
Okay. Let's see here. When he fought Bermain Stavern, he defended his title twice in 2015, right?
He only fought 2 times every year, ever since that year.
Didn't he get some kind of injury? So he broke his hand twice.
He's been injured a few times.
Twice, and he had 3 fights canceled. Come on, man.
And he just what I'm telling you is he would have basically
said, because the guy had he had two hand injuries and had like 3 fights canceled on him.
He had the motorcycle accident before the aerial.
And he basically would still fought 2 times a year. Basically. Just like everybody else on the stable. Just like Errol Spence. 1-2 times a year. That's Al Heyman way, bro. Let's not get away from it. Let's keep it real. That's what he does.
That's what you do, man. You just like to be contrary.
No, I'm just telling you. I mean, you point to the fighter. Man had Amir Khan, hell, once every now and then.
And he kept getting knocked out.
Gary Russell is probably the best example.
Yeah, Gary Russell. Yeah, come on, man. That's not me.
That's Gary Russell, man.
Al Heyman, he get his shit together. I'm not here to be his protector. I'm not here to be his confidant. I'm here to tell him I'm about
Leo Santa Cruz ain't exactly regular either.
Thing is, how much is that on him and how much is that on the fighter? I mean, look at Keith Thurman.
I'd say it's 50-50.
We don't know because he don't do media work.
I mean, honestly, the way that I feel about it is, I mean, Heyman recently hasn't been particular with his brand as he had been like a year ago or maybe a year and a half ago with regards to the strength of what the PBC brand was. But at the same time, I mean, it's like it's crazy to me because it's almost like there's a lot of fans out there. It's like you either need to be basically like jocking him or you hate him. You know what I mean? To me, there should be a level of in between because some of the cards are good and some of them aren't so good. You know, at the very least, we're getting regular cards, so that's a good thing. But you know, there's something to be desired with some of these fights and some of these matchups.
Big Papa Heyman.
You know, Deontay was never a PBC product necessarily, and he probably should have been, to be honest with you, because, I mean, just by virtue of the idea of somebody that's premier, somebody that's a premier champion, Wilder probably should have been one of the first people out the gate showing off that brand.
Yeah, I'm going to call my partner Wilder, man. I got the line to him. I'm going to tell him, go and get on the plane. I'm going to call Dillian White off. You ain't got to fear for nothing. He ain't going to hit you one of them body shots until you sign the fight. So we going to get him over there, man. We going to get him over there. Y'all don't fret.
Hey, man, a lot of people give they want to see that Dillian thing, so we'll have to see, man. What's this guy, King? This guy's got a problem with low place, isn't it? King F. What's his Kong?
Man, fuck King Jaffe Joffa. Motherfucker, you can't fuck with me. King Jaffe Joffa, motherfucker. You ain't coming to America, nigga. You over there where you at. You can't fuck with me.
No place is about as bad, bro.
He said coming to America. Oh, shit.
I'm Jaffe Joffa. I'm motherfucking Jaffe Joffa, nigga.
Yeah. King Jaffe Joffa, man. You guys burnt out, man. Listen, bro. Like, you guys in the chat, you need to give me more thumbs up, man. You have new guys coming in, whatever. You need to give me more. And donate to the brother, man. Donate to the brother, man. The super chat's there. You can donate to me nicely. I'll appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We've got a new panel here. We're building up to the Parker fight. I might actually, I don't know if I'm going to be around. I think I'm going to be watching that cinema. They got a cinema screen at one boxing event on Saturday, so I think I might be there. But what I'll do live stream. I'll do live streaming. I'll get a reaction. I'll probably do live stream, get a reaction.
Say that again, EJ. Where you going to be watching that? Where you going to be watching?
I'm watching it. I got an amateur boxing dinner event. And while they're doing a dinner event, when everyone's finished the dinner, they're gonna have a big cinema screen and they're gonna put it on there. So I'm gonna get live reaction. I thought
you was talking about you could go to a theater and watch.
Yeah. Well, it's a cinema screen. Yeah, theaters.
Okay, is it over in y'all theaters though? Because like over here in the States, we can go see. I'm about to say Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn still in that Mayweather and Canelo shit, man. Where you can go watch him in the theaters.
That was good. That must have been really good, you know, because I mean, but other people get into the fights and shit. But I don't think anyone's gonna be supporting everyone in England's gonna be supporting Parker. You know what I mean? When I was there in the press conference, he didn't have that many Samoan people come to support him. They said he's so cool big in New Zealand. But you know what?
That's a long way to travel, EJ.
I think Jeff Horn's bigger, man. I think Jeff Horn's bigger in
man, it's the money. It's the
You
money.
look at the economics of it, man.
Yeah, the
Samoa's a very poor
economics. Yeah, the
country.
money.
Samoa's a very poor country, so I mean, which isn't to disrespect them or nothing.
That's because of them, man.
It's a matter of that as well as the distance. Samoa's on the other fucking side of the world too, so that's a long ass flight.
Yeah, but them man,
expensive flight.
All them people robbed the country, man. So I reckon they robbing Parker out of his money as well. That's what I think.
But you gotta think about it, man. Those like Australia, New Zealand, they get they need state sponsorship sometime to put on events, you know.
Oh shit! Don't get PNC on foreign politics. Goddamn it, we have another.
Where's Daniel? Where's Daniel?
Have another one in this.
Mr. Daniel. Oh shit, Mr. Daniel. Oh man, that's it.
I think Parker got a good chance of winning, man. He's been training here stateside, so.
Yeah. He trained. I think he trained in Vegas.
Better than Anthony Joshua getting amateurs from New Zealand.
Man, he been training with Marcellus Wiley, man. He ain't ready. Y'all know Wiley. I know y'all don't know Wiley. That's who he been training with, man. Out there in Vegas.
Hey, listen. Go ahead. I'm gonna wrap this up, man. Carl. Listen, there's only so much you can talk about this stuff. But you guys are welcome to stay along. I'm gonna give credit. What, you bouncing out? You can stay around after. Yo, Now TV, Charlie Brown, PMC, Travis Doc, Mr. Doc, Dan the Man, Low Place, always Low Place, that Low Place. We got in the chat. We have Ben Umar, Mr. Mills. I can't pronounce your first name. You don't know it. My first ever donation, so I pray that. And listen, I'm back, man. I'm back. I'm gonna do more live streams. Big up to all the people jumped in. Big up to all your comments. Make sure you like, subscribe to the guys that just mentioned. Yeah, hey, boxing. Hey, you guys, don't let no one drive you out of boxing. You support who you want to support, and you back who you want to back, and that's how we should be, man. Thanks for coming over. Peace.